Ay. Look, I'm too cool for the rules, baby, get off of me. Never need no push, I do it all for me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Too true for the flex, baby, don't cap to me. Drop 50, bring 150 right back to me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Look, Papa don't preach, teachers don't teach. Gon' reach, that's facts. I ain't worried about none of that. I'm making that cash stack. Bunch of O's like NASCAR, but it's really more like NASDAQ. Why they thinking that they hot when they really more like quarter on me like a referee? Hating what they'll never be. Small top with a big bottom, yeah, shorty shaped like a letter D. Let her have it, then I let her be. If you love it, gotta let it grow. Crazy cause you really never know. When I'm hurting, never let it show. I'm a two-tone, two-phone, two-chain, new thing, lane whip, but you a broke. Low class, no cash, certified lame. I've been getting to it like I ought to. Couldn't pick, so I bought two. Understand why your chick came, I'm just trying to figure why she brought you. I'm really reppin' and I'm flexed up, and I ain't gotta tell them I'm next up. Sleep on the they rest up, but I'm up and I'm getting my checks up. Me and the fellas be high as propellers, ain't could tell us we great. Looking at like how do you figure unless you been talk about 8 figures. I'm too cool for the rules, baby, get off of me. Never need no push, I do it all for me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Too true for the flex, baby, don't cap to me. Drop 50, bring 150 right back to me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Look how we litty, we turned up the city, we raising the bar height. I been finessing, just look at them stressing, yeah, they been up all night. Sipping this water with somebody's daughter, she take what I taught her and build on it. Came in this game on that they ain't, in a couple years later, we still on it. Be hating on it, be waiting on it like a new season. I bet an acre on it, I put some paper on it like I'm loose leafing. Buying them assets, build me a cash net, I could fall in. Look at my last bet, ain't got a tiptoe, I'm all in. Think on the level they can't fail, and I roll me a J with the hate mail. Been doing good on the merch sale, all this bread on me look like a bake sale. Tell her what's really good, I be really good on a jaw jack. Send an email about the bread, I'ma hit you back with the call back. I'm too cool for the rules, baby, get off of me. Never need no push, I do it all for me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Too true for the flex, baby, don't cap to me. Drop 50, bring 150 right back to me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Got a new show for you guys. It is called the Drop the Link Show. Told you we was going to try to fill up 5 nights a week. We're going to try to fill up 5 nights a week, but this show is not going to be an every week show. This is going to be maybe once or twice a month. Uh, we see a lot of people, like even last night, people were saying drop the link. We see it, you know what I'm saying? But not every night can we drop the link, especially if it's a theme-based show. We got, topics we got to hit and discuss. We cannot drop the link every time. So we was just talking and brainstorming, and then I'm like, man, the Drop the Link show. So this is the show where if you got any grievances, any any critics or detractors, or even if you just got something positive you want to come up and say, and you haven't gotten a chance to come up and you've been telling us to drop the link and we haven't dropped it for you, then this show is going to be dedicated to that. So this is episode 1. Like I said, can't promise this is going to be a every week thing.
Right.
I can't promise that, but at least we'll try to do it at least once or twice a month, and this will give you an opportunity if you critic, detractor, if you got something positive to say, then you can come up and say that as well. The link is pinned to the top of the chat, so whenever you're ready to come on up, you can come on up, and that's that. We'll try to do one at a time. If other people are tapping in, then I'll put the timer up. You know what I'm saying? When you see the timer up, you know how much longer you got. And then we're going to rock it out like that. This gives everybody an opportunity, like I said, to express your grievances. If you got anything you want to say, you disagree with, you agree with, you just want to come up and rap with us for a minute. And this is the show for that. All right. So come on in, hit that like button. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. I see Interstate Screw in the building. I see Jarrell Smith in the building. Javier, what up? I see Mike Poor in the building. I ain't seen Mike Poor in a minute. What's going on? What's going on, Mike Poor? Javier Rodriguez, what up? Give us good info tonight, Mark G. All right, we're going to see. Marcel, what up? Detroit in the building. A lot of D-Town, man. Shout out to everybody up in the D. Barbara Lee, you asked us to drop the link last night. I think I saw you say drop the link last night. So Barbara Lee, now is your chance. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. Now is your chance. I did see you yesterday say drop the link a couple times. So now is your chance to, get off what you need to get off. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. I'll put it in again though. What else? Shout out to Mark Brown, Devontae. What up? It's D Walk. I see Cleveland in the building. Tony Smith say Kirk back in the front seat. Yeah, Kirk back in the front seat. For those of y'all that didn't watch that Wiseman podcast, or the ones that was here and didn't stay all the way to the end, man, the probably the last 45 minutes of yesterday's show was probably the best 45 minutes of content I think me and Kirk ever did. That last 45 minutes was, man, I might have to clip that 45 minutes out and turn that into a video, man. That was epic. I even risked a copyright. I knew I was going to get copyrighted. I knew it. So I said,
you did, right?
Yeah, I definitely got copyrighted. I knew it when you said it. I played it all, but I knew I was going to get copyrighted. But sometimes you got to risk the copyright for the sake of making good content. So I knew it was going to get copyrighted. I knew I was going to be able to dispute it. I knew that, that live stream wasn't going to be able to get monetized. All those advertisement dollars is now going to go to the owners of Boys in the Hood. The owners of Boys in the Hood going to get all that money. But I'm like, man, the idea just popped up in my head. We was flowing, and I had to do it, man. I had to do it, and yeah, that last 45 minutes of yesterday's show, probably the last 45 minutes to an hour of yesterday's show, classic. So, man, shout out to everybody that was watching last night, man. Had to put Kirk back in the driver's seat, man. He talked them off the ledge. What up, Fonzo the trucker? What up? What up? What else we got? 5-star. Everybody saying Kirk's still in the car. Yeah, so we see who was here to the end last night. What up? What up? One rig fishing. We got a lot of truckers watching tonight, man. Shout out to all the truckers that's out over the road.
Yep.
That's watching us. We appreciate y'all. You know,
keep them road warm for me. I'm coming out this week, man.
Kirk said he coming out this weekend. LL said, love the intro. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, LL. MGLA in the building. What up? What up? What up? Wallace Clay. What up? What up? What up? All right, so Critic and Detractors, drop the link. Barbara Lee, come on. You was telling us to drop the link a few times yesterday. Now's your chance. I think Barbara Lee had a grievance with you, Kirk. I think Barbara Lee got a grievance with you. All right, don't get scared now. Now's the time. If you got something you need to say, now is the time. But in the meantime, while we wait for somebody to hit that link, man, I know I mentioned it yesterday. It's a war going on, man. That war, man, it got real heated today, man. Listen,
I see that,
man. This war is getting good, man. It is getting good on Instagram. I'm trying to told y'all, everybody that feel like they got taken advantage of during the pandemic with these mentorships and these courses and all this stuff people bought, man, this B. Antonio Davis, this Benji Davis cat, and ain't nobody finna do nothing to that big old nigga. Ain't nobody finna step up to that big old. That nigga, he big as hell, man. Ain't nobody. Hey, man, he was getting old box truck shorty. Man, let's watch some of this shit. And here's the thing. Where's E-Dub at? E-Dub, you need to go and hit the link because E-Dub tried to hold me accountable. Check this out. E-Dub, Sunday. Remember, he was trying to hold me accountable for giving advice about, you know, how you align yourself and, he took it out of context talking about when somebody comes to Chicago, I'm going to put the goons on them, which I didn't say nothing like that. He took it out of context. What I said is, you want to be mindful of who you align yourself with because if they're doing certain things and people feel a certain type of way, you don't know who's on the other end of that credit card transaction, right? And you want to be able to move around. You don't know how they're going to respond. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. But this man is telling people, look, if you got taken advantage of, you need to find these people, slap the shit out of them, F them up, do this, that. He's telling people to get out on these people. You see what I'm saying? Right. So why? So I want E-Dub to go hold this big old nigga accountable. He ain't gonna say nothing to this big old. Hold on. Barbara Lee said
she's not getting through.
Drop the link. Oh, if you're not on a if you don't have an iOS device, I think they got to use Chrome. If you're on an Android, you got to use Chrome, or you need to go to an iOS. You need to either go to your Mac if you got a MacBook or iMac or an iPhone. You use your phone. You need to use Safari, or I think if you don't have an iOS device, you need to use Chrome. Hey, it's DeWalt because this DeWalt got an Android. How do you get up with an Android? It's DeWalt.
I think when you click the link, you it asks you the options. It gives you the option to click. Say you gotta just click the.
He said his wife want to come up. Yeah, let her come up on the iPhone. All she gotta do is click that link.
Well, she gotta when it asks her, she gotta click Safari, right? She gotta click the Safari.
Yeah, browser. Click the Safari one. Click the Safari browser. If you on an iPhone, click the Safari browser. If you on an Android, you got to use the Chrome browser.
Yep.
Oh, let's watch this real quick. Hold on.
This nigga message from Box Truck Shorty. Box Truck Shorty, people that know me know I've been getting money for years in the streets, different business ventures. I'm not claiming to be rich. I damn sure I'm not impressed by a nigga that got an Apple Watch on and a little ass gold chain, my nigga. You need to be embarrassed, bro. Tuck that goddamn little ass chain in, man, for somebody to fuck you up and snatch it off your neck. Drag your little ass like a little Pomeranian. So now, Box Truck Shorty, now, when you go tell these people to go rent a truck, right? So if they run one way, and just say that 200 miles and paying $350, how the fuck they gonna get back home, bro? Amazon loads only go one way. You not telling them yeah, man, download the DAT load board, man, to try to find you a load to get back. No, they're gonna have to deadhead back. So now you went 200 miles. So that load paid 350. You're gonna spend 100 going that way, and then 100 gonna come back. And if I was a person that took your class, when I would have came back, I'd have came back to you, and I'd have punched you dead in your motherfucking face. I would sucker punch the shit at you. Sucker punch the shit out you. Like, damn, my nigga, you made me go all the way down that motherfucker and I burned all that fuel and I still owe Ryder and I'm still broke. Oh, I would have fucked you. Chop world.
So he telling people to go upside the man head. I'm just warning fellow content creators to be careful. So I need E-Dub to click that link. Because I want to see if E-Dub going to try to go hold this big old nigga accountable. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that. But check this out. Let's peep this. So Box Truck Shorty jumped in the comment. Now, this is one thing I can say about Box Truck Shorty. And this is what I was trying to explain to another creator when we did that live. I said, man, if someone presents something to you and it's not true, then you confront it at the door. Didn't I say that? One thing I got to give it to Box Truck Shorty, I ain't never seen him duck no smoke.
Right.
I ain't never seen him duck no smoke. So what did I say to past content creator a few weeks ago? You address it at the door. Box Truck Shorty jumped in my man's comment. So I got to give it to Box Truck Shorty. He ain't no hoe. I don't agree with none of the shit that he promotes. All of it is absolutely fugaga. But we know he ain't ducking no action. So I got to give it to him for that. I got to give it to him. You got to call it. But let's look at the context in this, because this is hilarious. Stop it, bro. You not getting no money. You drive a 1995 Buick and dress like Oscar the Grouch. My chain costs more than your whole life. And your one outfit and your Buick, I need a load of toilet tissue for my next event. They've been going at it all day, man. We're going to go through all of this. This is hilarious. So Benji said, hey, Box Truck Shorty, are you going to need some toilet tissue for your nose when somebody F you up for that bullshit class? Hey, now I'm not advocating nobody go do nothing to nobody, you know what I'm saying? I just want to protect people from aligning themselves with people that may be, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, this man, you know, he telling people, hey, man, go J down on him. So Box Truck Shorty responds and said, LOL, I'm glad you finally responded back. You deleted so many of my other comments. Benji says, Lil Bow Wow, chill. Box Truck Shorty says, LOL, you're obsessed with me and I get it, bro. Let me know when you want to make some real money besides telling jokes. Benji says, stop stealing from these people, bro. Box Truck Shorty says, bro, cut it out, clown circus show. Go read my reviews, clown. I have helped thousands unlike you. I don't have to steal or sell toilet tissue or hair to survive. After your circus show, I'm still going to be rich and you're still going to be hustling. I would hate to be me too. Benji says, Box Truck Shorty, you bought those reviews like those likes you bought. Box Truck Shorty, your chain looked like it came off the movie I'm going to get you, sucker. Box Truck Shorty responds, hey, Benji, why you keep erasing my messages? My chain was made, my stack customs. Check my stories, real VVS diamond. If I spent $250,000 on 2 new Benzes last year, why would you think my chains are fake? Look at my lifestyle. Laughing emoji. Benji says, hey, Box Truck Shorty, I got friends who got Rolls Royces that I can drive whenever I want. Your lifestyle looks whack as F stealing from people. Hey, Box Truck Shorty, a boss buy a watch before he buy a chain. Box Truck Shorty to Benji. LOL, get you a car first, then I will take advice from you. I'm a millionaire, and I spend my money the way I want to. I might just go buy a Rolex tomorrow just to flex on you. See, I can do that. You can't buy nothing I have tomorrow. Not even a pair of my red bottoms. Then he says, go check my stories. I put the appraisal up there for you, and that's just for my charm, not including the chain, LOL emoji. Benji said, hey, Box Truck Shorty, go get to the discount mall and ask for Abdul. Now, this has been going on all day. All day. Now, here's my context. Here's my context. Shout out to, I see QB like this. Funny, QB told me to read the comments earlier. I wasn't even reading the comments. But check this out. Check this out. This is what I got to say about that. Got one person bragging about being a millionaire, right? Hit the like
Mhm.
button. Hit the like button. You got one person bragging about being a millionaire. Now, one thing I could say about being a millionaire is a millionaire ain't gonna go back and forth in that much context with anybody, especially over no goofball shit like that. If you really get into the money like that, you're not gonna have a long, drawn out, hours and hour long back and forth with somebody in the comment section. Let's just be serious here. Second of all, those two Benzes he flexing, I done did them the big boy S, I done did the equivalent of that twice already. That's not nothing. That ain't nothing but 140, 150. That's light work. You know what I'm saying? So anybody can go get that, bro. It's people that's broke that can't afford that got that. You see what I'm saying? So that's not nothing to, that's not justifying that, you're a millionaire. And another thing is when people do that type of stuff, they're trying to get you to believe something. You see what I'm saying? If you really got it like that, you're not finna go back and forth. You're not
Back
finna
and
mention
forth. Yeah, you
nothing.
ain't gotta
You're not
prove nothing
finna.
to
You're not
nobody.
finna prove nothing to nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You not finna have to prove nothing to nobody. If you know you're him, you know you him. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So, even though I can say one thing, when people buck at Buddy always buck back. He meet all his confrontations at the door, whether he's morally right or morally wrong. Obviously, I don't. The shit he says is bullshit. I dissected something yesterday that he said.
Right.
He did a recent video today, I guess in response to him. I would play it. You think I should play it? You think we should play it?
I don't know, man. Let's stick to the content because we don't want to turn it into
Yeah,
to
yeah. But
you
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
it's box truck talk. It's a war
I
going
know,
on,
but
man.
you don't
So
want to
it's play
turn the
by play.
show into talking to about him. I mean,
No, but it's a lot of people. It's a lot of
we-
people. It's a lot of people that's getting thrown under the bus right now. We just keeping the play by play of the war that's
yeah,
going
but
on.
we talked about this months ago where we said that real people that make real money, they don't talk certain way, they don't hang around certain people, and that's what I was trying to tell the other content creator that when you start to get to certain money and hang out around certain people, you know what I mean? It's a different level. But I guess there's something about trying to remain where you are, but then trying to go where you are, you know what I mean? Bring where you are with you. It doesn't work. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so you get pushback. This is why people say, I don't care what's going on over here. I'm doing my thing. You get what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
just like that dude. Remember that dude that I forgot the rapper guy. Just get signed. I mean, a lot of rappers end up the same path, but dude just get signed millions of dollars. I forgot his name out of Memphis, Tennessee.
What that?
Went back. I forgot his name. Went
Oh,
back to
you talking about
a little guy. Went back to
the one who
a
did the
certain
song
name.
with Lil Durk. What's his name? Pooh Shiesty?
And he went back to his neighborhood after them people that want him to let
Uh-huh.
that stuff go. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he get caught up in some bullet stuff. You get what I'm saying? Passed
Talking
away.
about Pooh
So
Shiesty, right? No, you ain't
yeah,
talking about Pooh
I
Shiesty.
don't
You
I
talking
don't
about
know
somebody
what his
else.
name, but you know what I mean?
You talking about somebody else.
Yeah. But it is
Yo,
what it is, man.
Yo,
hello. What's going on? How you doing, man?
What's going on, man?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing?
Good.
Bless.
All right. So,
How can we help you tonight? What's your are you a critic, a detractor, or you got something good to say?
uh,
By the way,
You was on
what's the name? What's the name?
Barber.
Bob.
Name is Barber.
Oh, this is Barbara Lee?
that's
Yeah.
what he is.
Oh, got you. What's good, man?
I'm the guy from the Virgin Islands.
You got a problem with me, Mark, or the show?
So I got a few things I want to discuss tonight. I gotta say, first of all, you guys are doing a really good job. You know what I mean? You guys make a really good team. From what I'm seeing, I can see that you guys have uh a real thing going on here. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
when 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 Kirk is wrong,
Mhm.
Mark is gonna tell him, you're wrong, and you
Mhm.
have to have accountability for what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Right,
Mhm.
right.
And vice versa. So in that way, no one is holding malice. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So my issue is with with last night, Kirk.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get on
Mhm.
you first.
Right. Get on me. Is it easier to get on me because you're from the island?
No, 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 no. Um,
They
it's easier to
be
get.
soft with me. Be soft, cause we own
It,
boys.
it's actually easier to get on. It's actually easier to get on Mark first because okay, okay. Let me flip it. I'm gonna get on Mark first,
Get a
and
mark
then
first.
and then I'm gonna come back to you.
I'll back you up.
Okay. So Mark,
Mhm.
what
Oh
I think
man.
what Kirk is trying to say. I think what Kirk is trying to say, which I could. Well, First of all, he started off really good last night. He started off good, making very few good points. He
Right.
started off making because what he was saying is like your what he's trying to say is like your delivery. You know what I mean? Because the way you would speak to Kirk, and Kirk accept the way you're speaking to him, a lot of people may not accept it the same way. You know what I mean? Because you and
Mhm.
Kirk may be homeboys, but this
Mhm.
guy who came up on testimonial or on the hot seat or whatever it is,
Mhm.
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 he don't he like you don't know him like you know Kirk. So the
Which
way
guy you
you may
talking about? Because I don't know who you're talking about.
like the one who for example the guy who came on with the who didn't know his cost per mile,
That was
who said he had it
everybody.
who said he
Which
had it in
one?
the office, and then he was one of them,
The
and then
Jamaican guy
yes, and
that was
then
on Kirk's
also
channel.
yes, and
Okay.
then also with the older guy who said he built a box in the truck when he had to stay overnight, and he had to take
Right.
it to some place.
Vernon.
I think there was an yes, Vernon, Mr.
Ver-
Kearney, Mr. Kearney, yeah, that
Yeah,
was his
Mr.
name.
Carney. Right.
Um, so so I think I could get where you're coming from, Mark, because
Mhm.
it's like I don't expect you to down yourself down. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
at the same time, you don't want people to like you don't want people to accept it as in in a like a negative way. You know what I mean? Because what they're gonna look at is like they're gonna feel pretty much like embarrassed. Put it that
Mhm.
way. You know what I mean? Because of
You
your
sh-
delivery.
you should be.
Right, right.
You
Which you
should
should
be.
be. Which,
You should be.
right,
Cause go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
right. Which you should be. You should be
Right.
because it's like you coming onto a public platform. So
The show had already been established at that point.
right, right. Exactly.
Hmm.
That's my point. But that's my point. But the thing is, people there's some people just messed up in their feelings, man. You know what I mean? And it
Mm.
might it may not be that person in per se, but
Mhm.
their families would be like, oh, babe, why you gotta be there like taking our stuff from this dude and da 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 da. So it's just like the example you draw with Howard Stern and Kevin Samuels.
Mhm.
Kevin
Hmm.
Samuels was speaking the truth. You see what I'm saying? A lot
Mhm.
of people didn't like him. The simplest fact because the way he delivered his stuff. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Okay.
But we we there's people you just can't change their personality, and pretty much I think that's what Kirk was trying to say. It's like how we do it in the islands is like you deliver your stuff, but you don't wanna leave people with a negative like concept about the person who you know what I mean?
You
I get
do
what
it.
you're
You're
saying.
giving the
So
message
so
to right.
so so check
Right,
this out.
right.
So Go ahead. You done or
Hold on 1 second.
go? Okay.
But
Okay.
I do understand what you're saying.
Mhm.
When you're speaking facts, because I'm the same way too.
Mhm.
If we having an argument, I'm home with my wife and we having an argument,
Mhm.
and I know I'm right, I'm
Mhm.
gonna hold my point to the very end. I'm not gonna down myself, because
Mhm.
guess what? Sometimes I have to give in, because happy wife, happy life. Well,
Mhm.
you already know.
Right,
But
right.
the thing is, people are so wrapped up into their feelings these days. You know what I'm saying? You have to be
Mhm.
so careful, because you guys just imagine, you guys got into a discussion last night,
Mhm.
and everybody want to know, like, why are these two guys arguing? Like, there's a war, and you know what I mean? That's just people's mindset. You know what I mean? They're not gonna look at the bigger picture. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They're gonna accept stuff in a negative way,
Mhm.
and
S-
it could go south really, really, really quick.
Okay. So let me say this. So a few months ago, I mentioned it a few times. I did a few things. I hired a graphic designer. I hired a content creation specialist, right? And I hired an editor, right? The thing with the content creation specialist, I had them look at the channel to see how I could take the channel to the next level and evolve. I would give a lot of information prior to hiring this content creation specialist, but I noticed that I hit a plateau, right? And I know that I could bust through that plateau and get over it and get around it, right? Because I know the information that I had is valuable. I just had a hard time, like I had plateaued, right? Um,
Right.
and I said, man, I need to double my live viewership in the next 3 months, which I have, right? So the content creation specialist looked at, right, the channel, right? And I spent a lot of money on this person. This is probably one of the best people in the space. And he said, one thing about you, you're boring. Right? You have great information. I don't know about trucking, but I can tell the way you speak. There's not a lot of pauses. You don't say It's very fluent. You have a lot of information, but you're boring. And I remember I had a back and forth with someone last year, and they said I was boring. So this is the second person who said it was boring. So what they did was they coached me into how to make my live streams a little bit more exciting. He said the one thing you need to do is you need to stop worrying about what people are going to think. You got too many 100%. Like your videos are all 100%, your live streams 100%. You should have some thumbs down. All right? You should say things that are going to rub people the wrong way, but it's the right information.
Right.
Then they talked about
Which I
secrets.
agree
I'm gonna
with.
give you guys. I'm gonna give you guys a secret on YouTube content creation.
Right.
I'm gonna give you guys a secret because I don't care. I don't mind sharing secret. One thing is you speak in a very monotone voice. Me and Kirk have been experimenting with this. You guys don't know. The reason why we raise our voice and yell, you guys don't see it, but it's something in the algorithm that triggers when your voice goes up. It can tell there's a real deep debate or some type of argument, and YouTube wants to push entertainment more than it pushes anything else. So if you notice when the debates get heat, you don't see the room go from 65 people to 67, back down to 64, up to 68, 70, 73 to get to that 100. It'll be at 65, and as soon as the fire get going, boom, you'll see it go from 65 to 96, just like that, because now the algorithm is triggered that something's going on in this live chat. The engagement goes up because they see people engaging more in the chat, and they show it to a plethora more people, so that gets that big boom, right? So to being in content creation is more than just, and I study this just like any other business that I invest in. I take it serious, right? So I want to be the best at it, right? So I invest in learning how to be the best at it, right? So it's things that go on that you may not know why I'm doing this, but I'm doing it for a reason, right? So instead of me trying to be this monotone guy giving the information, just sometimes I have to push the envelope. If you look at a lot of the best content creators, they push the envelope. Some people aren't going to push the envelope, and I'm going to tell you why some people aren't going to push the envelope, because they're trying to sell something and they don't want to get on the person's bad side, right? Because they're trying to sell a product. I'm not trying to sell a product. I'm trying to give you information. And if I have to push the envelope a little bit harder, you know what I'm saying? And if I lose 1 or 2 people, right, along the way, for every 2 people I lose, I'm gaining 50, right? So if you want this information, then you have to accept it. I'm not cussing nobody out. I'm not calling nobody stupid. I watch Anton Daniels every morning. He calls people stupid, retarded, this, that. But yet and still, he has 2,000 people watching him every morning. He makes thousands of dollars in super chats every single day. I watch Fresh and Fit. They call people retarded. They cuss them out. They make $100,000 a month in super chats. 5,000-6,000 people watching them. I don't call people out their name. I don't call people stupid. I don't call people retarded. I make humor out of it by saying the tweaking button or goofy. That's as far as I take it, right? You know what I'm saying? That's as far as I take it. But I said that's to say this. Since I hired that person 3 months ago, the strategy worked. My live streams, and anybody that's been following me, they know it has gone from an average of 50 people to 100 people now. So it was money well spent, and it was things that I learned. So now I have to break through the next plateau, right? One thing the person told me is creating shows. I create shows that push the envelope. We talk about real topics that other people ain't going to talk about because they're concerned with what people are going to think about them because they're trying to sell shit. I'm not trying to sell nothing. I'm just trying to get the message out. So I don't mean any harm. I don't mean any malice by it. I have to do what I have to do in order to reach a wider audience. And I'm doing it very subtle. Because I could easily go Kevin Samuels. I could easily go Anton Daniels. I can easily go Myron. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. And if you compare the way I present it and the way I've changed my content in the past 3 to 4 months, and you compare it to the way they present content, I'm still rated G. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. It makes perfect sense because the thing is, what you're mainly focusing on is giving valuable information. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You don't really, promote the BS that a bunch of people on here promoting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep it real. You and Kurt, keep it real. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, I can't say my Jamaican brethren right there. He be sometimes.
No, but let me say something real quick.
Okay,
let me say something real quick. One other thing with me and Mark is I think as a content creator, because we a lot of people again don't know a lot of stuff that we do behind the scene, and there's certain topics that we might come up with, but I might deem not fit to talk about. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Likewise, he might do the same thing. So we do be mindful of the audience that we put stuff out to. You get what I'm saying? Because we don't want to just come out here and just be speaking off, just saying stuff because we can say stuff. You get what I'm saying? Right. I think when it comes on to me and Mark, what makes us unique and different is that we're willing to have the conversation that a lot of content creator is not willing to have. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I can put Mark
that's good.
Exactly, and I can put him in a circle, and we can go at it, and he can put me in a circle, and we can go at it back and forth. But at the end of the day, we can still get up tomorrow and do our next show that be entertaining, but be valuable for all the people that watch us. You get what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people got a lot of respect for us. There's the shows that we put together, even when I'm jabbing at Mark and Mark is jabbing at me and I'm doing what we're doing, there's other show that if we be coming up with those shows just to do a show, a lot of y'all would be just closing the page and go continue driving the truck, listening to your radio. You get what I'm saying? Because we'd be just here to be talking. But we want to, every time we have a conversation, we bring value to you guys. So me and Mark really take time to put into a lot of the shows that we put together and come up with different strategy of how to make sure that the information is valid. Mark do a lot of vetting of the information before we put it out. Just like me. You get what I'm saying? Because We're not just gonna come out here and just put stuff out because we trying to get people to watch us. You get what I'm saying? And I
Right.
think that's why so many of you guys have a lot more respect for us versus other content creators just coming out here blocking people, telling people that they they gonna put them on whatever it is and then put their live and private. We don't do that. If I
Right.
tell Mark something about himself yesterday, it's still gonna be up, whether it's be the public or be in the members only. So I think that as a content creator, you have to be honest with yourself. And being honest with yourself, being a partner with Mark, I have to be honest with him. He's honest with me, but we got to be honest with you guys. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? Because you are the supporter of this channel. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. Um, my wife says she's in the green room. She's trying to get
Is
on.
her name Kay?
Yes. Yes,
All
that's
right,
Miss
I
K.
didn't pull her up because if she don't show herself, I'm not pulling it up because I had an issue about a month ago,
All right.
and I gotta see. I'm not pulling nobody up unless I can see your face. Because if you do some goofy stuff, I need a screenshot so I know who to send them
Right.
people for.
Right.
So yeah, so she gotta show her face. I
Mhm.
can't see her. That's why I haven't brought her up.
She had a kidney transplant.
Mm.
So,
But so Kay is your wife, right? I ain't gonna
yeah,
get no
yeah,
funny
yes. No, 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 no.
funny stuff
All
popping
right.
on my screen. All right, okay, hold on.
We got his face, Mark. We can
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Look, we
AI
gonna
his
come get
face.
you.
Yeah,
Wait, what state you in to make it easier for my people?
We Georgia. We
You in
Georgia.
Georgia? All right,
Yeah.
cool. Cool. That makes it a little easier then. All right.
You know them Jamaica down in Jordan. We can find
Yes.
these guys real quick, man.
All right, so she gotta unmute herself.
You got to unmute, Kish. And she was a teacher just like your mom too. She taught for 25 years. She's retired.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
She's still muted. Hold on, let me see if I can. Well, I can't. She gotta unmute herself. There she go. You muted together. Yeah, she's still muted. She gotta hit the. So what she gonna have to do is, if she don't want to be on camera, she gotta hit the camera button and turn the camera away from her face. Kind of maybe cover up the camera so we can't see her. There you go.
Okay.
All right, we can hear her now. Oh well, we can't hear her,
Good
but
evening.
how you
Good
doing?
evening, mom. How you doing?
I'm blessed. How about yourself, guys?
I'm okay. We
Doing
okay.
Good.
Okay. I just want to tune in and let you guys know. Well, the funny thing is my husband actually liked you guys before me
Yeah.
because uh through my trials and tribulations, I actually found funny enough, I found a box truck couple first.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to watch them, and it's like they have a sense of getting along, made me feel like, hey, babes, look at these people. They are older than us. Well, so I thought at the time, they're older than us,
Uh-huh.
and they are doing this thing. And, we were seeing that I'm retired now. We were considering and going through all that I'm dealing with for him
Uh-huh.
to be able to do this.
Uh-huh.
And it led me into, who was it, babes? Big Vic, right?
Big Vic. Yes.
Then my husband found you guys. I guess y'all
Mm-hmm.
popped up in the algorithm one day or something, and he found you guys, and he was listening, and I was like, he would be like, babes, you got to listen to these guys. And I'm like, nah, because all I'm hearing is more, at the time, I'm being honest, it was more like, as he said, I was glad you said it, because the stuff he was listening to, I was like, that's boring, honestly. Like, I like I said that to him. So, but
Okay.
he made me sit and listen through it one day. And then I said, at the time you were angry at something and you came
Who,
off
me?
to me as angry. Well,
Me or
both of
Kirk?
you, Kirk and Mark,
Oh,
actually, both of you guys, both of you. And
okay.
I said to my husband, I said, how do you like these guys? I don't get it, because they're going at the time he came across like you guys are going at people. That's what I felt. But after I sat and I started to watch certain stuff, I said to my husband, it's a bit different. I noticed the change, and I'm like, it's a bit different. So I said, okay, I'll subscribe. I'll definitely give it a go. And I actually have a fond new respect for you guys. Especially last night, you touched my heart. I told my husband, I adore you
Yep.
all now. Y'all are different. The way that you dealt with Mark was so cute. Sorry, Kirk was so cute. And
Yeah, you got him in the car. You got him back in the car. Yeah, that's it.
yeah,
I can't believe you
yeah, that was
support
no,
Mark,
it
man. But
touched
it's
my heart.
okay.
I
Yeah.
said, I said, Leroy, Mark has a heart. I said he actually loves him. Look at that. I said, I thought it was so cute, but that made me totally. I mean, before that, I started to realize that you are different. You know your stuff. I told my husband I like people like that. You come across more, educated. I'm not dissing anyone, but it's like
Mhm.
as I said, it's a total difference on your show. And I told my husband, he toned it down a bit, but because there was a couple of them, as I told you, when I watched more, or when he was watching and I'm hearing it, he would be like, "You got to turn on live." He would text me, "Turn live," and I would be like, "I'm watching it, I'm listening, but I'm hearing more." It was about different stuff. So that's why one time I commented on under one of your videos, because I said it's sad because I actually, out of everyone that I watched, I don't know, there was the same young guys that y'all were talking about. I actually didn't really care for them. I told my husband, because we were watching a couple stuff while I'm going through my stuff, and I didn't like them at all. I forgot what's their name again, babe. The one trucking out the box. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
straight up. I'm just a straight up shooter. I told them these people come across as like they're just trying to sell something and not. They couldn't explain. It was boring to me, so I didn't keep up with them. And the same thing I told as I said, I started to look around and I'm like, honestly, out of everyone so far, because I think I signed up with, because as I come across, I'm like, I'm gonna support and sign up with people, subscribe. But out of everyone, to be honest, I think you, Kirk, Big Vic, because Kirk, you know your stuff. But Lord have mercy, Pookie and Ray Ray, you it's like I said, like Mark is like the serious one with a lot of facts. You know your
Oh, that was
numbers.
you who wrote that long one that said I'm the
Yeah, you
serious one
liked
out
it
of
actually.
Yeah.
You
yeah
liked it.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah
And I think you guys will be great together. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's like it has the perfect balance because he's a little
Perfect.
bit laid back. Big Vic is laid back, personality. Kirk pokes the bear, and you know a lot of facts. But Kirk, I
Right.
really do. I like your personality. You know a lot about your stuff too as well. You have to. Last night I was kind of like, oh my god, like, because Mark was trying to get you, and I was like, I hope you don't leave based on people saying stuff. And you said you didn't get in your feelings, but you felt it a little bit, and I understand though. There's nothing wrong with it because you are doing your best. You are trying to be real, bring things out here for folks, and as I
Mhm.
said, it took me a while to really say, let me see if I'm gonna like these guys, and I really do from the heart. As I said,
Uh-huh.
Mark. Even I was even defending him with my husband when he showed. Well, not defending with my husband, but when we watched the video, with that guy, a couple of them actually. The one to me, I think he was taking it like a hobby, and I was proud of you to see that
Mr.
you actually. He
Kearney.
Mhm.
he might. What was his name again, babes?
Mr. Kearney.
Mr.
Kearney,
Kearney.
right?
Mhm.
He seems like a very nice a very nice gentleman, I should say. But the thing is, you were spitting facts, you were asking things and it's not just him. There's a lot of other guys who come on the show and you ask them basic simple stuff, and it puzzled me too because I was like, you're in business, and how is it
Mhm.
that you don't know these simple things? And then I would be laughing now with you because I was like, that's right, Kirk, that's right, Mark, keep up, ask the good questions. So just
Mhm.
I just want to say I had a really man, I felt so good last night. It's like
Mark, Mark,
to
Mark and
see who you were.
Mark and Kirk, they are real soldiers because they're gonna see
That
stuff.
was such.
They're gonna see stuff. They're gonna point it out.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
he
And
froze
they
up.
go. Yeah, he
In
probably
the
did.
Caribbean.
He's at.
We're
He's
gonna
at.
we're gonna listen to you. We're not gonna like try to pressure you and try to make you feel
To sell something.
embarrassed. You know what I mean?
Mm,
We're
Right.
gonna
yeah.
have a different way of
Mhm.
froze.
Mm.
we're gonna have a different way of delivery. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it frees up.
But we
Yeah,
can hear
he
you though.
said
You can keep
Oh, we
talking.
can hear you. You can keep
We can
talking.
hear
that
you.
the
You keep talking.
is.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all. That's why we decided to do this show, to give people a
Mm-hmm.
chance. If you know, if you're a critic or a detractor, you got something you want to
Mm-hmm.
say, then now is the time. And then either we'll take heed to it, or we'll explain to you why we do what we do. I know you said we were going at people. I don't know which episode you were talking about, but lately, it's just a whole war going on. And like someone said in the comments, one of the comments of either a live stream or a video I did recently, like, it seems like, he said, Mark, it seems like you're disrupting people
Mm-hmm.
that were used to making money off mentorships and courses. You're disrupting that, and people are getting upset. And I know that's I'm purposely trying to do it. I'm doing it on purpose. That's the point.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I am trying to disrupt it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like
Mm-hmm.
when I don't go picking fights. You know what I'm saying? But I can defend myself very well. You know what I'm saying? Then, a lot has gone on over these past 2-3 years. And last year, I was the person that, was laughed at and was ridiculed when I was putting out all this content, warning people of what was going to happen in peak season, warning people of what was going to happen this year. But people were so, just in a euphoric state of mind because money was flowing and everything was good, but no one understood business. And there's still a lot of people now that don't understand business. So when people come up and they get in that circle, how am I going to look sitting up here hosting a show and asking easy questions, and people don't know the answer, or they're giving the wrong answer, and then I just sit up there and let it blow over? So either I'm going to get demonized for holding people accountable, or I'm going to get treated like a goofy because I'm just sitting up here, and then people like, man, he just trying to get clicks. He's just like the rest of them. Like, why would you sit up there if you know so much?
Right.
You just gonna sit up there and let him say that? That don't even make sense. You see what I'm saying? So either I'm gonna get it coming or I'm gonna get it going. You see what I'm saying? But if you're going to run a business, it's imperative that you know certain things. Listen, across the board, all my businesses, my portfolios, everything, I know I'm up 5% today. So things that I lost money on, things that I made money on, collectively, as a whole, I'm up 5% overall today. Across everything. Anything that I invest in, I'm up 5% today. So that means I've taken the time to look at my whole portfolio of investments, everything that I make money in. I saw where I lost. I saw where I gained. I did the math. I'm up 5%. I do this every day. If we ask a person, what's your cost per mile, and you tell us it's in the office, like, how's your cost? I have to hit the button on you.
Yeah.
Like, am I supposed to, if you ask a person, what's your cost per mile, they'd be like, it's in the office. And I'd be like, oh, okay. All right. It's in the office. All right. So, how about them Bears? Like, I'm supposed to just move on to the, you know what I'm saying? The next topic. No, I gotta hold them accountable. So I don't feel like it's being mean to a person. I feel like it's me doing something that nobody else is doing. Because here's the thing, a person who has something to sell, whether it's a coaching, a mentorship, this, that, they're not going to do anything to make a person not like them, right? Because they want to keep them coming back. I ain't got nothing for you to come back for. You can come back. You ain't got to come back. It don't make me no never mind. Because I was in the box truck business before it was popularized, before it got popularized, when the money was really, really good. It's just like I always say, when people get to talking about stuff and bragging about stuff, the real money has already been made. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't still make money, but it was just an overabundance of money. You see what I'm saying? It was just an overabundance of money. So I don't mean any malice. I don't mean any harm, but ain't nobody out here holding nobody accountable. We giving you the information. And if you're operating and you come up and you say, man, I've been watching your channel and I look and you've been a subscriber for a year and you don't know cost per mile, or you don't know, how much you made. You've been in business 2-3 years and you don't know if you made or you lost money. What are you doing? Did you even file your taxes? How do you know if you didn't make money or you made or you didn't make money? What's your profit margin?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You
So
speak the fact. Yep.
All right, man. He's gonna get a me though, man.
oh yeah, we gotta get on you because there's a few people tapped in that's waiting in the green room. So yeah, what you got? What you got for Kirk? I'm gonna have to set a timer. I'm gonna give you how long you think you need?
Just a few
For
minutes.
Kirk,
I'm gonna give you
Just a
10 minutes.
Get him,
Just-
man.
Yeah,
I'm
just,
gonna give you 10 minutes.
just a few
Okay.
minutes.
all right,
Right, just-
Debs, you go. You want
Okay.
to start?
You want to go first?
It's
Oh,
just
damn,
I
both of
just
y'all got something? Dang.
Yeah.
I just so that I
It's a
can
setup,
end off
Mark.
with-
It's a setup.
no, but Kirk, no, Kirk, no. Seriously, I really have grown to appreciate you. You, as I said, you know your stuff. And last night I loved that segment last night where y'all are holding each other accountable. Others may think it was off track or whatever, but it showed to me it ties into a lot of stuff, and it still comes back to, the fact that even though you guys are on the panel, you guys still can disagree and come together. As I said, though, I was a little hurt last night when you were trying to get out the car, but you stayed in there. So
Oh, y'all was watching all the way to the end? Y'all watched all the way to the
I'm
end?
happy to
To
see
the
you here
end.
tonight. I'm happy to see you here tonight, honestly. So, as I said, it took me a while, but I got you guys. I understand your personality, and you guys mean well for people. And I love the way that Mark tells you to just you got to simmer down with certain stuff, and and you're telling him where you need to, and that's basically it. So I just want to see you guys continue to go like that. So Mark, Kirk, please just don't try to jump out of the car. Mark made a lot of good points, and the books and stuff. I just read it. You're a really cool guy. I see you know what you're about. And let me tell you something. What I've learned with Mark I don't know people. I don't know any of you guys that we watch personally, but I know Mark. So I told my husband, it's funny. I had a hard time adjusting at first. I was like, why he likes this guy so much? But the thing is, you have a lot of me in you. I see a lot of myself in you, and the way that Lord, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher's son. Your husband
that's
told you a
something
teacher.
that my husband told me. He tried to tell me that in the early so that I can like you automatically. I was like, I still don't like like the it was, as I said, it was a bit boring, but now it's totally different. Whatever you did, I love it. It's entertaining, and y'all spit the facts at the same time. But last night really touched my heart. That's about it. So yes, babes, you can go ahead.
I
Appreciate you.
I like
Appreciate you.
I like when he
Thank
looked,
you.
I like when he looked up in the camera and he said, "Don't do that again, Kirk."
Yeah, so that was so and he looked at it. I love you, friend. That's so sweet. That's a
Oh man.
Boy, listen, you guys, listen, you guys got.
and Mark was so and Kirk was so quiet.
Seriously.
Like Kirk was like he's listening to it.
Kirk ain't never been that quiet.
He ain't never been that quiet.
You know what I was starting to think. I was starting to think that you guys planned this. Seriously,
No, not at
It
all.
was too good.
like
It
when
was too good.
when something is staged, is being staged for real.
Uh-huh.
It don't look like that stuff because
Just
the
how
way
he pulled up
it
the
was like,
movie scene,
it
and the
was-
movie scene came
pulled
in
up the
so
movie
clean.
scene, and it was like, how did he get to that scene so fast? Like, how
Yeah.
did he cue that up so fast? Like, what?
Yeah, that was good.
Dude.
That was good.
Uh-huh.
That was
That was a
crazy.
perfect
He,
So,
scene.
he said my wife was the one loading the
I
gun.
was rolling on my list.
honestly, you guys complement each other, and that's
Yes,
what you need.
we do.
That's what you need
And just
for
the way Mark dealt with him
debate,
too,
and
it was so touching.
people would always tune in to see
I
this
saw
stuff.
soft side to Mark. Love it.
Because the
Appreciate
thing is,
you.
it's not a boring show. It was not a boring show. I was like,
No,
man,
best
you know,
things ever.
yeah.
That and the
Honestly,
one before,
that was one
with
of
the
the
guy
yeah.
wasn't bad.
When you get him,
Yeah.
actually when you say, Kurt, are you gonna come back next? So we back on next week? Yeah. So there you go. Okay,
And then
folks. He
Kurt
Just
like,
cracking.
send me the book. Hey, Miss K, just send me the book.
Yes, send the book.
yeah, that's how Kurt said, send me the book, man. Send me the
Oh
book.
man.
Yeah,
No,
but
it
it was
wasn't.
awesome.
It wasn't staged. It wasn't staged.
It was
Okay,
awesome. It was
I,
like
you
Kurt,
know,
the way you
it,
yeah,
put
it
that
it.
was
was.
real. That was real. That was
Yeah, it
real.
was real. Yeah,
And
it
you know
was
what?
real.
Kirk is still looking out for him. Kirk is telling him, you don't want to get copyrighted. Even though he's in. I said,
Yeah,
that's love. Look at that love.
yeah.
He's still looking
Yeah,
out for
that's
him.
real.
I knew I was going to get copywritten, but the idea came into my head so quick, and I'm like, I got to do it. I got to
Yeah,
do it
that
because
was
I know
so
this going to send the chat up, and it did. So I said,
Right,
skip it.
right.
I'm gonna have to risk, not making no money on this live stream, and because I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's about that shows you I'm about putting out the best content that I'll
Right.
do a whole 3 hours and won't all the advertising dollars is going to whoever owns Boys in the Hood, whatever movie studio owns it. So, but
yeah.
I had to do it because it just made for good content. So
Yeah,
And it's
it sure
crazy.
did.
It's crazy because my wife was cracking up when,
That's
because
right.
she watches Mark because Mark is like, she's like Mark. Like, she don't like confrontation. She don't like all the way you see Mark is she's like, just leave me alone. I mind my own business. But then she watches Mark. You get what I'm saying? Because that's the
Yes.
attraction. I mean, Mark met my wife, so he can tell her like she is a person that she won't crush anything. You get what I'm saying? But if you get her
Right.
out, it's game on. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
I think when it comes on to me and Mark, I think the dynamic is just different, man. And let me say this to you guys too. A lot of you guys, while I got you here, a lot of people think we would have been fail in doing content together. A lot of people thought that
Gather
me and
that.
Mark would have get into some scuffle on the internet and,
Right.
and maybe have some threats and here you go again. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Mhm.
what a lot of people don't understand is that me and Mark is on such a higher level that
I saw that.
it
Last
ain't gonna
night.
be it ain't nothing on the internet gonna ever part us. If it ain't
Last
happened
night.
already, it ain't gonna
Right.
happen again. You get what I'm saying?
And
Mhm.
I'm really happy to see that from an
Yeah, last
island
night
person
was the
to an
raw.
island person. I'm happy to see that. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
But
And I love the way he
I
turned
think
it
I
around.
think Mark need
So,
I think Mark need to create a different button for you, not the tweaking button. A different type of button for you.
Hey,
you know,
I
you
got
know,
my armor. I got my
you know,
armor,
you,
right?
you know, Kurt got me in the beef with these top 5 YouTubers. I didn't inherited his beef. You know what I'm saying? So, I got his back. You know what I'm saying? 100 grand. Even if he wrong, I still got his back.
And if I
So
go to
yeah.
that's
Chicago, he shows me like
you
nothing
proved
but
it
pure
last night.
love. If I go
So
to
I got a question.
Chicago, he shows me nothing but pure love. And that's why
Okay.
we have such a respect because
I can
this
see it.
man showed me so much love and respect, like I can't disrespect him. You get what I'm saying?
I
Like
can
it's
see
I
that.
just
never
So
more
thought
than
I would.
that's
YouTube. A lot of
I love
people
you.
don't know that
I love
it's
watching
more
you
than
guys.
YouTube.
No.
because
You
we
know,
listen, we've been around, we've my wife and I have married for 21 years. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
So
December will be
thank you, sir.
22.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we are very good judge of characters, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I must say, guys, continue doing what you're doing. I know
Yeah.
we've been here a while. Continue doing what you're doing, and I have
And
respect for
don't
you
dumb
guys.
down yourself, Mark.
You know, and
Sorry.
don't down yourself,
Yeah.
Kirky fresh, Kirky fresh.
Kirky
Man,
failed from the guy the night before.
listen,
I'm just
you
messing
gotta
with you,
ride, man.
Kirky.
You gotta ride, man. You can't hop out of the car,
I'm just
man.
messing with
We
you,
already,
Kirky.
Man.
Oh
we already
man.
He dub in here too. I saw him
we
earlier.
already
He in here
we already
somewhere.
second half. We already got we got first
I
half
love
down,
seeing
first
Mark
quarter
laugh
down.
too.
Are we in the second half? Second quarter. So you can't jump out of the car, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
jump
man.
Yeah.
out that car.
Yeah. Please
Yeah.
don't. I take
If,
Yeah,
any
if,
you
reason.
if that took place yesterday, I would have heard it from Mark the whole night last night.
but I got a
Man,
Yeah.
question
you
for you.
crazy as hell, bro. You crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a
And that's
question for you,
positive
Kurt.
friends.
Wait, I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
When you had this guy on the panel, why didn't you hold him more accountable? Why
Oh
did you
yeah, you a
just?
soft
Why
guy,
did you
man.
just? Why did you just stood there? What did you
Because
do?
I'm letting
Like
the
you
guy
was
talk.
pretty
See,
much
that's
burying
what I was
yourself.
trying to tell Mark yesterday, and that's the same thing you started out with. See, Mark
I
go in and
told you
act
that
and
because
execute.
you're one of us.
Your wife is a teacher, man. I'm listening. I'm a good listener. You know what I mean? She's a teacher. That's how she become a teacher. She's
Listen,
a
you
good
can't win.
listener.
You can't win Kirk with that one, baby. You can't.
Right, right, exactly.
You
And
gotta
if it
leave
was
Kirk.
you, man, I
Kirk
would got your
listen,
back. I
baby.
got your
Right.
back.
Kirk. Hey, Kirk, you ain't gonna never win that because everybody watch your content. No, you don't let people talk. You would have been quick if that would have been a
I
box
would
trucker.
yeah, I
They
would
wouldn't even have
yeah.
been able to get through their whole
Right.
story. The first thing they said was
Oh,
goofy. You would have jumped down that throat and kept jumping down it, man. You
That's
gave that
right.
Oh
dude too
man.
much grace.
Oh
but I like
man.
it still. That shows that you look out for us. So anyway, our time's up. Thank you
All
guys.
right. Appreciate you
Thank you guys
guys.
so much, man.
Appreciate
Continue to do
y'all.
what
And
you're doing. Okay.
All right,
Bye.
cool.
Bye.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
have a good
Thank
Peace
one.
y'all.
out.
All right.
Yeah.
Those are some good people. All right, next we got up. Who is this? Who is this? Justin Walker. Let me add him in.
Justin Walker.
Yo,
Yo, what's up,
What's
fellas?
going on,
what's
brother? How
going
you
on,
doing?
man? How you
What's
doing?
up? What's up? I was on the testimonials probably 2 or 3 shows ago.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. And then I watched the video yesterday, man, and I just want to be
Yours?
honest, huh?
You watched your
Your video?
testimonial?
No, 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 no. I watched the video y'all did last night. We know when y'all was going back and forth or whatever, but
Okay.
um. One thing I say though, to be honest, this is the type of stuff people need to hear. You
Mm-hmm.
know, to be honest, on both sides, like Kurt, you know, I'm from the South. You know, when people get to talk about, oh, we can't be where we want to be because of slavery and because of the system, like, to be honest, like I don't be trying to hear that shit either, because it ain't nothing but a excuse that be holding us back from time to time. Like, yeah, it's some history behind it, you know, that you
Mm-hmm.
kind of gotta have respect for. But at the same time, like, we 400 years removed from that time period, and we got YouTube, we got Google. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at the Mexicans who came over, like, they ain't made no excuses. They come over here, can't speak the language, don't have, you know, a social security card, nothing, and they can make it happen. So more so, I just wanted to come here and just say, like, I really don't see nothing wrong with what either one of y'all doing, because at the end of the day, now then Mark the same way, like, yeah, what you saying can be blunt. Like, when I came on the testimonials, like, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't hurt a little bit. I was a little disappointed. I'm like, damn, I guess I'm not really on my shit. And what I like about
Mark.
that is, yeah.
Oh yeah, you freeze up a little bit. You freeze up. You just
Who me?
froze up. Yeah, both
Who
of
me?
y'all. Yeah, yeah,
No, I
both of
was
y'all.
I was reading something, but go ahead. I'm listening.
Go ahead, Justin. You yeah.
Oh,
What
oh
you were
yeah,
saying?
yeah. What I'm saying is, like, when I came on the testimonials, you know, when you buy a box truck, all your friends around you telling you, yeah, man, you doing good, you doing this, you feel me? So you can kind of get comfortable. But ever
Mm-hmm.
since I got off that testimonials, I didn't turn that shit up. I realized, bro, you really gotta know what you doing for real. So at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, I really think people need to understand that y'all are just passionate, and y'all been in this business for so long that y'all are passionate and y'all know what it takes. And people don't want to get as serious as they need to get at the end of the day. So, Mark, when it comes down to, you know, people feeling embarrassed, like you said they should. And like, that's one of the reasons why Trump is as popular as he is, whether people like him or not. Trump just gonna say that shit. Trump just gonna say it, and it's up to you to take the message away. But you can't be
Mm-hmm.
so caught up on the tone, because at the end of the day, one thing I know is, it's been times where, like, I didn't actually DM Mark and he DM me back damn near every time. And there's been times where I text Kirk and he didn't call me early in the morning. So at the end of the day, how can you not respect that regardless of what y'all saying? Because I know the heart is there on both sides. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So I just want to say I respect both of y'all, and I be tuning in every night because it's good information that goes a lot further than just box trucking. Like this real live two black men that have two different viewpoints, still being able to discuss something and still be able to be cool. Like that shit is what we need in today's time for real. So
Yeah, and
I
somebody say
respect both of
something to
y'all.
me. Somebody say something to me today after watching the live last night. They say one thing they respect with me and Mark is that we can have a conversation and show the younger generation that every conversation or every argument doesn't have to end in violence. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That we can have grown man conversation, agree to disagree, but still can shake hands and move along to the next day rather than, you know, do all that other extra goofy stuff, like Mark would say. You get what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
think we have to set the example for the people that watch us. You get what I'm saying? And this is why I go back and I was telling, Miss K and her husband that a lot of people didn't think we was gonna last. You get what I'm saying? Why? Because they watch previous interaction with Mark, another content creator, and watches me, and they like, no, these guys would never go together. You get what I'm saying? So they thought we would have been fail in creating content, and stuff would have blown up in our face, but we actually surpassed that because we know what we know. Mark, we have a passion, like you said, that all that other stuff, personal and whatever it is. Mark have his view, I got my view. Mark cursed me out, I cursed Mark out. But at the end of the day, we care more about you guys.
yeah,
You get what I'm
yeah,
saying? That's all we focus at. All that other stuff, it's irrelevant. You get what I'm saying? So a guy like you that watches us, we gotta be the example so that way you don't give up. You get what I'm saying? And you don't fail, and you can still go back and watch 2-3 videos and go back and watch certain conversation because we made that trend and set that example. So I appreciate you for watching us and just take away the positive rather than looking at us and say, yeah, these guys, I'm not gonna focus on them because they whatever you might come up with. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I definitely
Mark?
appreciate y'all 100%.
I appreciate you. No, I ain't got nothing to say. He did his testimonial. I don't think I was too hard on you, was
Nah, see, but that's the thing. I come from a two-parent household to where
I?
like they ain't taking no bullshit. Like
Mm-hmm.
we ain't hearing no excuses, so I'm used to it. So honestly, like I told you, since then I didn't my business is not profitable. I can tell you exactly what I spent on food, my
Mm-hmm.
exactly what I'm getting paid on my routes. Like that's what I'm trying to say. People getting so caught up and want to nitpick, bro. At the end of the day, is what these guys telling you gonna help you improve your business? Yes. At the end of the day, they not trying to sell nothing, so they can be blunt and really help you how you need to be helped. Like that's why I love this channel, is because I can tell, I can
Mm-hmm.
tell there's no bullshit. This is straight facts. This is straight what people need. This is the medicine. Like you got people dropping out of their trucks, losing everything. Like that's what hurt. That's what's embarrassing, and I ain't trying to make fun, but like I know them guys would much rather have had somebody cut into them 8 months ago before they, you know what I mean, lose their truck. Like that's ultimately
Mm-hmm.
what y'all trying to prevent. And I can respect that. Y'all get on here every night. Like, Kurt, you got a family. Mark, you got other businesses. Y'all get on here 4-5 nights a week. So how can you not respect that at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day? So y'all definitely keep going. I'ma tune in. I tell everybody who asks me about the trucking business, I just tell them to watch y'all. Cause at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, you're gonna learn everything you need to learn.
Appreciate
Appreciate
you,
you, bro.
man. Appreciate you.
For
All
sure.
right.
Appreciate you.
For sure. I ain't gonna hold it up though. I'm gonna let somebody else get on. I just wanted to say that little piece.
All right, man.
All
I
right, man.
appreciate you. All right.
Appreciate you.
For sure. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
All right. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
People like the realness, man. They like the authenticness of us, man. They love it. You know what I mean? I see
who's
EW
yeah,
E
E-Dub.
W was, yeah, he's
He
here.
was he here. Go ahead and
He's,
hit the
he's
chat, the link, E-Dub, because
lurking around,
oh
lurking.
man, no. Oh no, he go interstate screw.
Interstate screw.
Interstate screw. Yo,
Interstate.
Detroit, what up? You
Yo,
can't
you
hear
mute,
you.
you
You muted.
mute.
There you go. You muted. He ain't muted, but we can't hear nothing. Is your mic on? Make sure your mic is on. Or choose the right mic. You might be speaking. Because it look like he on a computer. No, nothing. You ain't muted, but whatever mic is connected, you gotta connect the right mic to whatever you're using. Can't hear you.
Not yet. Not yet.
Nothing. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. Hit the like button if you just now coming in. This is a new concept show. It's called the Drop the Link Show. And it's a show where we drop the link. We let people come up. If you're a critic or a detractor, you can come up and state your grievance. Or if you got something positive you want to say, you can come up and do that as well. Can't promise we're going to do this every week, but we'll do it at least once or twice a month. You know, it depends on, you know, what's going on or how we feel that there may be a lot of people that might want to come up. You know, we judge it by how many people say drop the link in the chat. A lot of times we do see when people say drop the link, but, you know, if we doing a show, we can't just stop the show. So we decided to do a show where it's called the Drop the Link Show, where, you know, we drop the link and you can come up and say what you want to say. All right, so Interstate Screw is trying to figure out what's going on. We're going to take somebody else.
EW said that he's with his mom. He's hanging out with Mom Duke. So shout out to EW.
Shout out to EW. Tyrese, what up?
Hey, guys. Good afternoon.
What's going on, my man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I don't have any detracting.
You kind of look like me, man. You kind of look like me.
The hairline. I see it. I see the hairline. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get it cut, man. It was an emergency. I let my mom cut my hair. I had to get rid of the afro.
You let your mom cut your hair?
Oh, just one time. That's it.
All right,
hey, man, be careful what you let Mark know about you, man.
Yeah, that's the only information he'll ever get.
You ain't gotta let me know. You know, I'm cool with anonymous, man. You know, we fire people. What's going on?
Nah, it's all good. Oh, nah, man. I just want to say thanks for that that WIO video. I forgot what it's called. It's for the
I did that video like a year and a half ago. Okay. Yeah. You applied for it?
Well, tomorrow I put in an application
okay.
for it. Because I just saw your video a few weeks ago. Actually found your channel about a month ago. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, man, good luck with that, man. Because this is, you know, that program, it used to be, that's one of those things that I say, early adopters, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that if you apply, you'll get pulled in like that. But, you know, the more things become prevalent to people, the harder it is to get in there. So I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully they pull you right in.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks. Y'all have a good one.
That's all you had to say?
Dude, I just found your channel. I don't really know much about it to you.
Okay.
Anyway.
Right. Well, appreciate you coming up, man.
Thank you, man.
No problem, man. No problem, man. Keep me updated, you know, as far as if they pull you in, because if they pull you in, you got to be ready, because you're gonna have to take like a standardized math and reading test. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure you're prepared and ready for it.
Yeah. Oh, one thing, I am kind of worried about the paycheck stub thing. Now I'm probably under the wrong impression, but are you supposed to have like a low income to be able to qualify?
Do you work a job?
Currently not. I'm looking for a job.
I'm finna give you some sauce. Don't go get you a EBT card.
Okay.
Go get you a EBT card. Say you live at home. No, don't say you live at home. Say you unemployed, and then say you get paid $50 a month for doing odd jobs around. You rent a room and they pay you to do odd jobs around the house. That's how you get paid. About $50 a month. Go get you an EBT card.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get started now. Thanks, man.
You know what an EBT card is, right?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah, go get your EBT card. That's gonna put you to the top of the line. You dig?
Okay.
All right.
Where's Interstate
Peace.
Screw, man? All right, my brother. Appreciate you. Where's Interstate Screw? He's back?
Hey, Interstate Screw, man, hit the link back. Hit that link back. Hit that link back. Hit that link back. Who next? Who next?
So you watch a video of you a year ago and then come and tell
Yeah,
your
I
thanks.
did that video. Ooh, man, that was probably one of the first videos I did. That was one of the early videos.
And you was all serious, wasn't laughing.
I was boring.
Your first live, you were talking like you were threatening people. You ever go back and look at your first live?
No, it wasn't. My first live was.
You get a 16-foot box truck and you can make $400-500 a day, but you got to be serious. You were actually standing up. In one of your videos, you were standing up with a warehouse background.
Yeah,
look like you're about to get off on somebody. I'm like, man,
really?
You know,
I gotta go back and look at some of the old content.
Go back
man.
and look. You probably gonna put some of those members on them or put them on private.
No, I ain't. Jarrell, what up?
What's up, y'all?
Jarrell, what's good, man?
What's happening? I'm in the truck right now. I'm in a Walmart.
Yo, man, I'm coming to your town this week. 08, man. Can I stop by the house?
Yeah, you definitely can.
I can swing by.
Matter of fact, you got a position at the table. You got a seat at the table. What you want to eat?
No, man, you know me, man. You know, anything you want, man. You know, where you in Cleveland? Because I don't really trust Cleveland people, man.
No, me either. Me either. I got a few brothers from Cleveland, but Cleveland they get a little shicey like
a couple Cleveland guys that offer me, man. They're over there that offer me.
You said Cleveland get shicey like Chi-Town. Oh man.
Yeah. But you got to remember though, y'all got to remember though, my unique situation. I was around all of, you know what I'm saying? I was around the worst of the worst. So
right. So you had everybody from the state where you was at, right? A little from all over the state, right?
Yeah, all over. And everybody from Chicago, they nickname is Shy. It'd be like 8 Shies in one block. They all it'd be like for real.
Hey man,
and you call one of them and they know that you.
Which one you talking to?
Yeah, they know. It's a different connection.
Hey Kurt, you see what I'm saying, man? That's why Kurt got back in that car last night. I said Chicago ain't behind you no more, Kurt. Well, I got Detroit. Tony said, nah. Detroit and Chicago, we cousins, man. He got back in that car real quick. But what's going on, man? What's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
I just kind of wanted to, because I had messaged you the other day while I was driving because I had a situation.
I thought I responded to you.
Yeah, you did, and I appreciate that. I had wanted to say this, and I wanted to say this to you, Kurt, because you're doing such a great job for people who are on the OTR lane, and so what my unique experience is, and I'm sure this is going to be the experience for most people when it comes to the partials. I'm still I'm 90 days now, but I'm still getting told by 9 out of 10 brokers who are who have partial loads that I don't qualify for them, and I know that you know what I'm saying. Like,
not qualified to sign up for to pull the load.
Yeah, to pull the load.
You're getting denied for the carrier package.
Yeah, for the carrier. Yup, because they're telling me that I gotta wait 6 months or 9 months or a year. And what I had wanted to say is because Mark was during the last testimonial. Mark was like, and this is, I take it with a grain of salt. I think it was a little bit of joke to it, but it was still a lot of strategy in it where you were offering to help Jeremy. And Mark was like, you're using him as a marketing tool because, for whatever reason it may be. And the reason I had brought this up is because what I think is that when you're training people, I think you're training them too early. And what happens is you kind of set yourself up to get people to say, oh man, what he's saying ain't right. Because the majority of the people aren't going to be able to really utilize that information until 4, 5, 6 months later. And by the time they actually can utilize the information that you gave them, they've already then said some stuff, or it already looks like, man, what Kirk's saying, man, you know, even though there's a lot of people that saying it's true, there are also some people who will be able to say, dang, man, that ain't working for me. You know, so out of love and appreciation, you know, I was like, I had messaged Mark. I was like, man, maybe Kirk is training us too early. If you could get with us like at like closer to 6 months, then what happens is you're going to be able to get that turnaround of people immediately prospering. And now people are going to be, now who you are to this community is even more magnified. And you know, I know that you don't do it for the appreciation or anything like that, but that's just going to be a natural result, because what happens is, for me in my situation, I think I contacted you, I was like at 2 months, I wasn't able to, I've been denied for every partial I tried to get, everyone.
Okay,
Every single one.
so stop right there. So you getting denied for partial, I think when the training is the training. The fact of the matter is you're getting the partial. You're just not qualified to pull the partial. So the strategy that I teach you work, just that you're not qualified to get it. You get what I'm saying? So
yes, and
so
that's what I wasn't.
think,
That's what I wasn't informed of. See, when I had the training, I thought, like, I'm gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be able to mash the gas. Because when I did my testimonial, you know what I'm saying, it was like, get with Kirk, get with Kirk. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, for sure.
So let me ask you this: were you getting partials?
No, I haven't been able to get. Only one company offered me a partial.
No, what I mean by that, were you booking them, but you weren't qualified to pull for the broker?
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. You were getting the partial loads. You were just, your company just weren't qualified for that broker to pull that load for them. And their requirement, as I don't control their requirement. I can't tell a broker, if I train you to do something and you go out there and you execute it, it work. But if their requirement is just like when you were on a computer with me. Remember when it was on a computer with me and I show you how to line up your truck? If you leave and line your truck up a different way, you can't come back and say it's my fault because I show you.
No, but what I'm saying is that I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't literally, like right now, based on the experience that I've been through, I have not been able to utilize it. The information. Listen, y'all, for those who haven't got with Kirk, the information is fire. Like, it's fire. There's no flaw in the information at all. Like, it's pure. It's 100%
eye-opening, right?
Yes. It's exciting. You're going to get excited. And what happened was I got excited, and I went to apply the information, and then after a month, I'm like, man, I can't really apply this yet. And then that's why I hit markup, because because I'm gonna still, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna still grind and do what I gotta do anyway. But I was like, man, in order for, and I'm not, I can't protect your image, I can't protect anything, but out of love, I was like, man, I want to see Kurt in the best light. I don't want him set up in a situation where somebody doesn't have the personality or the love and the respect and the honor for you and Mark that I may have, and they think they're going to get immediate results, and they don't understand, like, no, this information you're giving, this stuff is going to value you. It's going to be more valuable in the long run.
But let me say this:
entering the game, like your first 6 months, you're going to do one pick, one drop. Like you're going to do one pick, and you have to endure through that until you can apply that information. So
let me say this to you. There are also people that come for partial training that are 2 years in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That despite the training, they still weren't able to push partial for certain companies. There's companies that guys that get a year in that still weren't. See, what I'm trying to make you understand is that my training doesn't, that's why I don't offer guarantee. If you watch my channel, I never tell people, everybody come to me. You're the only one never asked that question. And I never tell you. Everybody wants me to put a number. How much you think I can make a week doing partial? And I never give a number. Because guess what? That's like me offering you guarantee. You see what I'm saying? And another thing you said early on about the guy that was on the live. Listen, when I give people stuff.
Hey, Kurt, you got two or 3 minutes, because I got like 3 or 4 people in the queue.
When I give people stuff, you watch the live, right? The testimonial, right?
Yeah.
Mark can tell you behind the scene. When I give stuff out, more likely people is not gonna take it because a lot of people are not prepared, and we see that display over and over again. So this is why sometimes when I'll say stuff, a lot of people don't know. I know people ain't gonna take it because they're not prepared, and then fear chips in. You get what I'm saying? And then if you look at people respond, they're like, "Oh, well, we get with you." You get what I'm saying? It's not like, "Yeah, let's do it tomorrow." It's always a if, a but, or a wonder. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
I do this thing to show Mark that sometimes it's not that people are not, they're not prepared or they don't know the stuff, but the drive to get to that level, a lot of people is not willing to do it. This is why I do it. It's a test. It's just like Mark and I Mark was telling y'all. When we raise our voice, when we do certain thing, when we do that, it's to shut the roof out to get the viewers in. So when I do certain thing on YouTube, I offer a girl 50 grand, offer this guy partial training, offer this guy. I do it for a reason. Because up to this day, everything I offer, nobody ever takes it. It's a reason why we do it. And I think because you guys don't know the reason behind it, you guys think, okay, well, this guy get this stuff, and if everybody fumble with the ball, but it's not fumble with the ball, is that we know they ain't gonna be able to take it.
It's just you ain't, you know what I'm saying, for what it's worth, it's certain people. It's certain people that you're gonna offer that to. And I'm not saying that you per se, it's certain people who like, I'm gonna offer it to you because I know you're gonna fumble it.
No, I don't offer anything to anybody I know.
Is you referring to like a few of the people who came up for testimonials that said they were Kirk's mentees, and then they kind of like came on testimonials and looked kind of crazy?
Like, and because when I was watching it, I was on my way in last night. I had watched the video I was able to catch up to it, and Mark was like, "Oh, he gonna use you as a marketing tool." And I was thinking about some of the other testimonials, and I was like, that information is valuable. Like, and what I was saying, it was the exact same thing that I sent you in the message. Like, literally, no malice, no dishonor or no disrespect. I was like, man, maybe Kirk should train people once they hit like 6 months, because now they can immediately prosper from this information. And now you don't give them that window to come back on the live and say, man, that don't work. Because everybody's not going to endure.
You can train 6 months, still go apply for 2 companies, and 9 companies deny you.
But I get, but it's different. It's different for the gritters, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like to believe, that this channel is. I mean, the majority of the people, the way y'all speak, the way y'all communicate, this community is dogs. Like, we not, you know what I'm saying? We don't need it, sugarcoat it. So the majority of the people, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna really want to go out there and apply it. I know that I am. And when I got the information, I wanted to go out and apply it, and I learned the hard way, like, dang, nothing wrong with the information. The information is 100% fire, uncut. But I can't apply it. But what I'm not gonna do is get back on Mark's channel and say something negative about it. Why? Because I understand process, I understand that I gotta wait. But what happened is I'm hearing other people do that. And I'm like, man, well, let me just suggest this. Obviously, you're grown and you have way more success than me in this lane. But out of my, out of love and respect, I just was like on the outside, just thinking like, man, maybe it'd be, a little bit, it'd help if people didn't have that window where now they waiting, where they getting this partial training with a 2-week-old authority, and they not even gonna be able to get a partial for another.
It freezes up, Mark.
Freeze up, yeah. Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, he froze up. But I get it. But I got people waiting in the chat, and a straight screw back in there, and a few other people I see in this. So yeah, I'm gonna bring somebody else up.
This is why, like I was saying, I train you. If you go to 5 companies and they deny you, that has nothing to do with the training. You've been trained. You get what I'm saying? So I think, Interstate Screw is back.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Yeah. What up?
Man?
Finally got on the show, man.
Welcome.
How y'all guys doing? Y'all all right?
Bless.
Man, I got my Detroit people that have my back, man,
Hey. Hey, man, I just wanted to say, man, start off by saying thank you both of y'all because I done went both of y'all routes, and both of them worked. You know what I'm saying, Mark? You hit me with the the curbside, and that was good for me. My truck broke down. It took me too long to get it fixed, and I wound up kind of losing that spot. But I'm still with Ernell, but I'm still in touch with him. So when the spot opened up, I'm like first on the list. I call him every week. You know what I'm saying? And Kirk, your parcel training is definitely fire, and that's what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Here lately, and um I ain't been able to consistently run the parcels like how I want to. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is how it's been going for me with the parcels. I leave out of Michigan. I leave from Michigan. I'm from the D. I leave
Yeah,
from
yeah.
here with just one load. And my favorite place to go, Mark, is your town because, when I go to Chicago, man, I always find a couple loads. So I always go to Chicago and I find a couple loads and then I take off from there. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how things been going for me. But man, it's good. It's getting better.
Yeah,
I
because
was
Detroit has a low, like even when Tony was running from Detroit, you 90% of the time you gonna get a one pick one drop that take you out of Detroit but put you in a better area. You get what I'm
right,
saying? Grand
right.
Rapids is better than Detroit. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If you go
yeah,
over to Cincinnati, anywhere in Ohio, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, um, all over those areas are better. You see what I'm saying? So
right,
it, as long as you come out of your area, this is why I show you guys. Remember the live I did on my channel where I show you guys how I route the truck. This is why it's important for every day you get up to get your first load, you sit down and route your truck. You get what I'm
right,
saying? So that way
right,
you maximize all your gas, all your expense, all of that. You're not just running, just picking up any old thing running with, even if it's
right,
partial. You get what I'm saying?
right.
Because
You're
what
right.
you're gonna find
100% right.
is you're gonna pick up a load from one area to another area, or you might pick up two load from one area to another area. But if you're not route the truck properly and the times are not working properly, you're gonna find that you either gonna miss a load or you're gonna miss a day.
Right,
You see what I'm
right,
saying? So that's why when I talk about it, I always show you guys how to line the truck up. Now, in your case, you're always more likely always gonna have to do what you have to do because of your area that you're in,
right,
and the way it's just the way Detroit set up. You get what I'm saying?
right. Right. And
But
with the last guy that was up, he was saying about his authority was too new. He couldn't run parcels.
mm-hmm,
Well, last year, because I just started last year in
mm-hmm,
2022, June 2022. My second load that I took was a parcel. I didn't even, and it just happened. I didn't plan on doing it. It's just how it happened. You know what I'm saying? I called one broker, which was TQL, and they had a load for me going to somewhere in New York. And then
mm-hmm.
I messed around and called KCH, and they had a load going to Pennsylvania. And both of them, I just booked them. You know what I'm saying? It was like this was before I even knew about your training or anything like that. And I was able to book them. But I do get what he's saying by his authority being new, it'd be far and in between. And I've been in the game we've been in the business for a little over a year, and I'm still having a little issue as far as getting the parcels together. But once I get out of Detroit, because
Mm-hmm.
my first stop after I leave Detroit really is always Chicago, man. For some reason, it just work out for me like that. I leave
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, I leave from here, go to Chicago, pick up two parcels, and where I wind up going somewhere in Indiana or somewhere in Kentucky and wound up
Mm-hmm.
working actually I wound up going in the big circle working my way back home. I don't plan it like that. So I don't plan it like that, but that's just how the cards fall sometimes. You know
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right, right.
And
Yeah.
I
And
just
like I
run
was
with it.
trying to explain to him that the training is a training. You
Yeah,
get what I'm saying? Because the purpose of the training is for you to know what to do. And I go I think when I do it, I go in detail. Even when I do the live stream, I go into detail how to get it done. But as far as me, this is why I don't offer guarantee. This is why when I do the whole broker stuff and dispatcher stuff, I show you guys the promise to get you guys $5,000 to $7,000 a week. I never tell people come for the training,
right,
and I'll make sure that you get 5,000 to 7,000 a week. You get what I'm saying? So with you get the training, when you call for partial, I can't guarantee that customer that broker gonna use you. You get what
right,
I'm saying? But you
right,
still have the training.
The training is definitely the training. You gave me the
So you
training
might
back.
get
I think that was
denied
back in July or
over and
something. I
over
mean
and
June.
over, but you still have the training.
Yeah.
But I
It'll
can't
start working
guarantee
for
to
you.
say that if you get the training, no, you got the training, it's going to open up doors for brokers to use you. And I think that's
Right.
where, but I think what I'm going to do with Jarrell, and Jarrell, you're still listening. I know, what's the guy name? You come and I run it for 1 week. I run it for 1 week and I'll let you use my authority and we'll see what the problem is. You get what I'm saying?
Who you offering that to?
Jarrell, he said that his
Because
phone get hacked.
Jeremy is in the chat too from last week. He said, "Good evening, Mark. Give Kirk my email. I'll get him moving." So I guess he want to take you up on the offer you gave him last week on the show, if it's still available. So.
Yeah. So yeah, just come on over here and then we'll figure out what the problem is. You get what I'm saying? But again, I can't. This is why I don't offer guarantee. I never do that. Because if you do that, then people gonna come and say that it doesn't work. When I do the training, I don't tell people go to TQL, they're gonna guarantee you. I don't tell people go to C.H. Robinson. I don't tell people anything. I give you guys all the information. I say call Brandy, call Kapoor, call this guy.
Well, a lot of these brokers really now too, the ones that's paying really low, they don't care if you do the parcels. But the ones who think that they paying a nice penny, which is really still low, they want to try to run your truck dedicated. And I always think about what you said when they said that. I tell them a high price and they say we're gonna run it dedicated. I say, okay, all right, we're gonna run it dedicated. I don't never run it dedicated. I always book me another load because how you gonna know what's going on in my truck? And I think about what you said, man. I'm not gonna let y'all run my truck. I run my truck, and I ain't had no problems. Even when they want to track it or whatever, all right, it's cool. It don't matter. Let's run it. And I still run it how I run it, and I still wind up booking loads with them anyway, after the fact. So, it is what it is.
Yeah. And like I said, Brandy, they require a year. Go on their website. You have to have 1 year full authority to run with them. But when you tell them that Kirk, they're going to let you jump the line. Just like Raul, just like Kapoor, just like Chase, just like Adam. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So again, I'm just doing what I'm doing that to make sure that you guys got everything running. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't offer guarantee. You get what I'm saying? I never did
anything it's gonna be on you to make it what you make. It's gonna be on the individual to make it do what they needed to do for them. I understand that 100%.
And I get it. They get frustrated because here you get all the information and you and one thing with Jarrell, that I get it. He has a passion. He really wants to. I get it. Like, get to the money. You get what I'm saying? But then it's like sometimes because he said it to me when he was doing the training. He said, "Man, you give me all this information. I can't wait to go." And he said, "God damn, my authority is 2 months." He did mention that to me. You get what I'm saying? And I'm still gonna put what I put in you, so that way when you come out here, you're not taking advantage of. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
and you
gave me the training, and I wasn't able to book the 2 loads, 3 loads right away. You know what I'm saying? So it all comes with time from what I see. It just come with time, and you got to have some patience, because and like you said, it's about how you want to route your truck. Because you could book 2 loads easily. You could book one going to New York. You could book one going to St. Louis, but that's an opposite direction. And that's kind of defeating the purpose of doing it that way. You know what I'm saying? So it just take a little bit of patience, because I'm still really trying to perfect it myself. You know what I mean? Like you said, you gave up the training. You gave me the training back in January. I think that was. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm still trying to, iron out some wrinkles. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I get a few a week.
Yeah.
Huh?
I still show you guys different tactics on the live when I do the live.
Did. You did.
I mean?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
But I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Even though you stood by and let Mark put me on the car last night.
Man, you jumped out the car, man, and that's what you jumped out the car while I was moving, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you was thinking, Kirk. I don't know what you was
You
thinking, man.
still buy,
But
man. You
we
should have
we glad,
demanded the link drop last night, man.
man. I'm glad you back. We glad you back in the car, man. It wouldn't be the same without you. That's for sure.
Hey,
I
let me ask you a
appreciate you,
question.
man.
Let me ask you a question because a lot of
What's
people
up?
want to run RNL, but they don't have that 9 months. How is it running RNL? Do you mind sharing what your rate was per stop?
Well, with them, it was kind of different. Like it wasn't a set rate. It was okay. Dang, you know what? I got a sheet around here. Hold on a second. I could put. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
All right. We got 86 in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Come on in. This is the Drop the Link show, guys. New show, new concept. Where we dropping a link, letting people come up. If you got something you want to say,
You know
this is
what?
the
Hold
show
on.
for
I'm,
it.
I'm gonna pull up the email. Give me 1 second, cause I don't want to give. I don't want to put out no false information.
So they didn't give you a rate per stop.
Yeah, I mean they do, but it's not after so many stops it goes up. You know what I'm
So
saying?
okay, so what's the base
Okay,
rate per stop?
so the first, I think that's why I want to put it up. I don't want to give you no false information, but I think from like 0 to 8, it's like $40 a stop, and then or 0 to 10 or something like that. And the more stops they add, like every 2 or 3 more stops they add, it goes up like 40 to from 40, but the lowest is $40, and then it goes to 45, and then it goes to 50. And I think it maxes out at 50, but you get more stop like I want to say, hold on, let me just give me 1 second to pull this up, man. So I want to share this information with everybody because R&L, man, I think to me, as far as the curbside go, because I tried to get with T Force, but they told me one price, and then and then they gave me a runaround, and then once I actually got ready to work with them, they told me 700 a day. And then they gave me a run around and setting up. And once I got set up and talked to whoever I was supposed to talk to, they told me it was only $550 a day with with a helper. And it ain't no way I could have did that with a helper at that price. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't, it wasn't economical. So I didn't pursue it anymore. But then I got with R&L by being curbside. Hold on, I got it. Let me pull this up. I think this is it right here. Yep, right here. I got it to compensate. Okay, so here you go. From 0 to 8, with 0 to 10 is $40 a stop. From 11 to 15 stops is $45 a stop. And from 16 all the way up to 24 is stops is $50. Here in Michigan, Um, I ran with him for a week, but I was averaging 17 stops, so that was like 725 a day.
That ain't bad. And how long was it take you to do them 17 stops?
Um, because I had to drive I had to drive from one suburb, which is 30 minutes from where I'm at, to where all my stops was in another area, which was like I want to say 50 or 60 miles away from the pickup. It was taking me from Let me see. I would get out of the warehouse around about 9, get in my area about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I'll be done by like 6. So it take me basically like 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to drive because their system was all kind of shady, so I had to drive back to the warehouse, turn a little paperwork in. But I think it's different now. They got you doing everything on the phone, so you don't have to go back there at the end of the day. But it was taking me 8 hours. And I really could have got it done faster than that. You know what I'm saying? But it was like I was there for a week and I just really was trying to fill it out. But I know that a couple of the people that I delivered to told me that they was gonna call R&L and put a good word in for me. And, because I was, I know I'm a people person. I know how to, customer service is everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of in good with the guy, and I'm just waiting for a spot to open up. I'll probably be back doing that. Hopefully, I could do that before the winter. Before it get cold out, I can get back with them. But
Was that 5 days
information
a
that I
week?
get, yeah, it's just 5 days a week. Yep. But the
Sure.
information I got from both of y'all, man, has been on point and it's been solid. So if anybody, you know, and I know ain't nobody came and went against nothing y'all said because they can't, because y'all the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a testimony from doing both ends, the final
Right.
mile and the over OTR and the partials. So I done took both routes. You know what I'm saying? And it's beneficial for sure.
Man, appreciate you
Appreciate you,
coming
man.
up, man.
I appreciate
Appreciate you.
y'all, man. You know, I'm hey Mark, I want to get with you and get my testimonial too. I'm gonna go on to go on and get my head cracked, man, because I just need it.
Hey man. Hey man. I ain't defending you, man. I ain't
Hey,
defending you, man.
hey, listen, man. Everybody gotta get their chance in the circle, dog. You know what I'm
You
saying? I
better
was
have
new
your
to it.
numbers, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, one thing for sure, two things for certain. I
Uh,
definitely got my numbers. I can tell you, you know, what I need to tell you. Whatever question you ask me, I got it. I got them now. But
all right,
about a month
man.
or so ago, I wouldn't have had them. But it's still things that went on that I know I'm gonna have to get in a circle about. But it's cool because I feel like it's gonna just build up character and it's build up that knowledge in this business, man. So I salute y'all and everybody
Appreciate
watching.
you.
You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
you, man.
Appreciate
For
you.
sure.
Now I know
Appreciate
what
Yeah.
you.
interstate screw look like.
Might see me out on
Pre-
the road, man. We might see each other on the road somewhere, Kurt. You never know.
Hey man. Hey man. You know, it's all love. Appreciate you though.
Appreciate you, man.
Yep. All right,
All
man.
right,
Have a
Alright.
good
bet.
one.
All right, you
Alright,
Yeah.
too.
cool.
See who we got next up. James. Long
What up,
James.
time
Mark
no
and Kirk?
see.
What's
What
going
up?
on, James?
What
Hey,
up?
What's
What
up,
up?
man?
Oh
not
man.
much. I'm just
Hey,
here to just I was watching the live and I just felt like I should get on here. And
Yeah.
hey, shout out to James, because James is the first person I ever held accountable. And I got so much flack for holding you accountable that I just started holding everybody accountable. You was
Mm-hmm.
the icebreaker, and I got a lot of flack for holding you
Mm-hmm.
accountable. And I just took
so
that flack and said, I'm just gonna hold everybody accountable. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, man, shout out to you.
I remember that. I
Yeah.
remember trying to get a word in that like at that time, and then you were like, "No, I think that's just in your head," because I was just trying to basically say sometimes I had thought that you were being a little bit hard with your words on like the mistakes that I made, and sometimes like other people make. But after this week especially, just listening to the lives while I'm at work,
Mm-hmm.
um I realized that it came from a place of love. Like that was just straight up tough love. And I
Mm-hmm.
say that because you basically, like the other day with E double, you stuck up for some people that just they're not poor, but they're poor. You know what I mean? And not a lot of people have that much working capital, and you give us other avenues that we can um basically try to do other things and maneuver. Like for example, um, apps out of your car. Like I literally did try that this week, and
Mm-hmm.
then just from doing that, I had some crazy business ideas.
Oh
But
Lord. Oh Lord.
other than that, but that's what I'm saying. I that's what I really like is that you you guys really try to help other people because you guys still answer my texts, and Kurt
Yeah.
calls me. You check in on me.
Who is
If I
nicer,
tech like
me
I
or Mark? Who
well,
is
I
that?
think you
Who is
guys are
nicer
equally.
to
You
you?
guys are
Who is
equally. You guys are
wait,
equally
James, who is
nice. Let me
nicer
just
to
say
you?
that.
Me or Mark?
Who's what? Nicer?
Who is
I
nicer
think
to
you
you?
guys.
Me or Mark?
I think you guys are equally nice, man.
Oh man, this guy ain't no good, man.
What's going on, James? What you got? What you working on
Oh
right now?
man. What you got going on, James?
Um, like I told Kirk earlier, I think last week, I just got to pay off the debt that I got myself in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and to come to your defense, Kirk, uh, listening to somebody saying about their authority being really new and that they can't get stuff. Um I remember like 3 loads before I put my authority down, I almost got a partial. And that would have been like that would have just, at least for that run, I would have been just a bit above breaking even. And what I feel like you were saying, you don't do guarantees, but I feel like what it comes down to is your negotiating skills with these brokers, because I really realized that. Because and then another thing that you helped me learn is that sometimes taking a little bit less on one load, combining it with another load, pretty much matches your cost per mile. And then you can, or at least goes over it, and you can just run it like that, because that's what had happened with me. You know, like that really helped me. I almost had that one load in my truck, and I was getting ready to take a picture and text it to you and show you the like two BOLs and stuff. So
Hmm. Yeah, I
So
remember when you told me that.
what you doing now? It look like you got a
so that's
headset
pretty
on.
much just my 2 cents over here.
What are you doing
What
now?
you doing now?
Oh, right now, I'm working for one of my old bosses at FedEx, because I had left Amazon, so I'm doing uh right now I have like a middle mile kind of, but like I deliver to warehouses, but it's basically final mile, but it's just they're getting their freight. So I do like warehouses. So I got like maybe 60 or 70 stops and like 200 packages, and then when I'm done delivering like 30 or 40 stops, I'll have like 23 pickups. So and then I pretty much pick up like 500 packages, and so
Mhm.
I come back to the warehouse more full than I went out. So I'm doing that.
What happened with Amazon?
I mean, I just didn't like the way I was being talked to over there, so I left. I really,
Hey man,
so
hey man,
I left.
hey man. Them Amazon pack pushes, man. What? So you was doing you were doing what were you doing for Amazon? DSP?
I was doing the relay, the Amazon relay, but it's like with the DSP. The DSP took over
Right. You were doing
some
you
of
were
the
running
routes.
Amazon Relay for a DSP, right? So you were
Yeah,
driving that Amazon box truck, or did they have an Amazon
it
rental box truck?
no, it was all they had was rentals, and it was
Okay.
like see with me. So with my experience, I've been at FedEx longer than Amazon, and a lot of the times these contractors at FedEx, their trucks aren't like brand new, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
so I was more used to like a drive as far as straight trucks, driving a like a beat up Freightliner, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what had happened with me at Amazon, they tried to put me in this high tech rental Hino. So I didn't really drive a Hino before, and I was like, and then I barely, because it was, you start in the morning, so I was transitioning to working at night, and I barely got some sleep, and I was like a little flustered, like, man, you're gonna make me drive this, like I was. So I had asked them for one help with one stop in the PA mountains, because I did the route no issue in a Freightliner, and then they asked me how was that route, and I said, well, because I drove through Colorado, so I was kind of used to the mountains. But if that was like my first, like, because I had a little bit of experience, but if I was like brand new, I would have quit that day. So then
Mm-hmm.
they pretty much, like, I would have did it out the Hino, but the way that they try to force me and talk to me, I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. I was like, I'm not gonna do it, because you're basically telling me I gotta do it or I'm gonna go home. So I was like, oh, all right, so no, I'm not gonna do it. So they ended up to save that day, they put me in the easier route, which I did. I drove the Hino in an easier route, and then they just let me go the next day. So
Oh,
that's what that happened. That's how that went
okay.
down.
So you back with Amazon? I mean, with
No,
FedEx, doing
FedEx,
FedEx
yeah,
route.
ground, yeah.
Okay.
Because
FedEx
Express
ground.
is, if you work for Express, you're working for FedEx. But if you
FedEx.
work at FedEx ground, you're working for
So contractor.
contractors. Yeah.
Right. So you driving the old bread trucks then, the funny bread FedEx
Yeah,
truck. Okay.
I'm driving the 1200, the longest one, because
Okay.
I'm on a straight truck route and out of a bread truck, a long bread truck.
You in New Jersey doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of stops you pushing, boy. That's a lot of stops. But man, I'm glad you landed. What you gonna do about the box truck? You coming back out, or you just gonna say the hell with it?
No,
Or you
no.
gonna do a
I mean,
cargo van?
no, I'm passionate about it. Well, when I first found your channel, um when I first found your channel, like I already had the idea of starting my getting a DOT and an MC, and then trying to get into it, uh, because I was kind of tired of working for people. So I went in with like 15 or 20 grand, and
Mhm.
then basically I didn't like this is what I like. So this is what this week is what I learned is that it was tough love. You know, everything you were saying because I didn't do my research, you know. So I found you guys a little bit
How did you come
late
to that
because I
conclusion this week?
that it was tough love.
Yeah, because that was in April when we had that dialogue.
Yeah, well, I've been just trying to I haven't been watching a lot of lives. So like
Mm,
I'll sneak one in. So like this week was the one week where I was like really tuning in,
hmm
and then I just away from like, you know, just listening and seeing how you tell people like you stuck up for the gentleman that was talking about, you know, when it came to the conversation about paying yourself, which I think
hmm
you made a lot of sense, about, you know, paying yourself through your company and then purchasing your house.
Are you talking about when E-Dub was in the chat disrupting, talking about buy a house under your business name? And I
Yeah,
was like, no, don't do that. Yeah, I know
yeah.
what you're
So I,
talking
I
about.
was like, you know, just and I feel like you kind of toned it down a little bit. Like you don't really go off on somebody, you know, like you'll let them know they made a mistake, but you won't really bash them. You know what I mean? So
hmm
which is good.
I bashed somebody before? I didn't bash nobody, did I?
Nah,
God,
nah,
man.
but just, you know, that's just the way I
It's
feel. I don't
not
know. Maybe
come
you're
on
right.
the
It was in my
internet.
head. I don't know.
You know what it was you were just the first person. So you were, and that's why when I think about you, and that's like when you came on right now, like you always going like you like as far as content creation, when I evolved and switched it to more aggressive and holding people accountable and stuff like that, you were the first person. So you're like the guy Aaron, my first employee Aaron, the guy that I hired, who I learned a lot of the moving business from. Even though he worked for me, he had the experience, right? So like Aaron, throughout the years, he just got work. He was a good guy, good mover, but over the years, he was an alcoholic. So he just got worse and worse and worse. And people were like, man, why does he still work here? You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
Mhm.
this is the guy that, you know what I'm saying, pretty much I owe everything to him because I needed a person who was experienced to help me learn the business while I simultaneously built the business. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just, he I, he's that person that, you know, if he called me right now, I just whatever. You see what I'm saying? Whatever. So you are that person as far as the content, as far as the holding people accountable. Like when I see you in the chat, it's like I feel like because I tested it on you. And I think I did, go a little bit. I don't think I went too far with you, but I think that the aggression was a little bit overboard with you. And I think I apologized to you before. So I
Yeah,
want
you
to
did.
apologize again, you know what I'm saying? Because I was tweaking it and I didn't know how far to go, right? And I think I did do it a little. This is before the tweak button. See, I didn't have my props. You see what I'm saying? If I'd have had some props, then I could have hit the goofy or the tweak button a few times. But I was kind of. It wasn't no malice. I was just experimenting. But yeah, I apologize, man. I hate the fact that you were the test
It's all
subject.
good.
You know what I'm
It's all
saying?
good.
But
It helped
but
though. It helped because
what?
today I look at it differently. You know, I look at it like, um now I just got to start basically from the bottom, and
Mhm.
I just got, like you said a long time ago, I just got to listen. So I'm listening, and um you know,
I
that's
did get
just the way it
upset with you
is.
though because you didn't listen. That was the upsetting part because you did everything opposite. Like Kurt gave you a radius, and when you came on that live that day, you said, "Yeah, I'm on my way to California." The next thing I said, this is gonna be your last run. And I think that was, if that wasn't your last run, I think you
No,
did one more and that was it.
no, I did. After that, I did a couple close by. Like I went from
But didn't
I
didn't
paid.
that run bankrupt you temporarily for a minute? Weren't you stalled out somewhere?
Yeah, I was in the
You
red. I
you
was
were
definitely in the
bankrupt
red.
at one point, right? Didn't you have to call to borrow money or get a loan or something, right?
Well, no, I never got none of that. I never claimed bankruptcy. I'm just in debt.
No, I'm not saying you went bank. I'm saying I
Like
thought when you were on
definitely
that
negative.
run, you were right, but didn't you were stranded somewhere at some point, right?
Well, I couldn't move because I had to wait to get paid so I could pay everybody
Yeah,
to move.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I remember it was something like that, and I knew that cross country trip, it was too advanced for you because you had only been
Right.
driving for I think a week or two at that point, and that's just not something that was in your radius, and that the radius that Kirk gave for you, and that's the
Right.
upsetting thing because you didn't have any patience. So, but I'm glad
Wh-
you got
what
out
I'm
of it.
noticing is here's what I'm noticing just this week. That you're 100% right. You know, it takes a lot of, like, you gotta have working capital. You gotta have a safety net for emergencies. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and I feel like um trying out the final mile, even if it's starting out back in your car, slowly building up some capital and then getting the cargo van, starting it out like that. If I would have did that, if I would have took that 20 grand or 15
Mm-hmm.
grand and did it
Mm-hmm.
like that just to learn,
Yeah.
it would have been a lot better because I
Mm-hmm.
would have had at least been able to afford to buy a decent truck, and I would have had money on the side. Which, here's the thing, I feel like I noticed that brokers brokers and even shippers and receivers, like, there were times where I was desperate. I had to take what I could get. But then there were times where I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna let that affect me. I'm gonna play some hardball here, and play. And then it kind of came out back to my favor. I got what I wanted. So I feel like if I have the capital, I don't have to sweat a broker, or I don't have to take
Yeah.
what I don't need. And I feel like that brings really helps you out getting partials. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's how
I'm
I feel. That's just the way
I'm
I'm noticing this week.
I'm I'm glad you picked that up. You know, I say it all the time. I may not say it directly, but I say it in many different ways. But I think the problem is everyone wants to come in with a 26-foot box truck. And even though I say, you might want to start from the bottom, because here's the thing, if you'd have had that 15, 20 grand, and let's say you started small doing deliveries in your car or maybe with a cargo van, you would have still had a bunch of that money and you would have been able to compound on top of that, right? Coming in with a box truck, it's taken away from that money, right? So it's easier to scale and grow when you're building on a large lump sum of money versus you going into that large lump sum of money, pulling away from it to get started, and now you robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's people are just infatuated or fixated with or fixated, I should say, with just starting here. I don't know what it's like to start here because I didn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? I've told the story many times. I had to start what I had, which was the pickup truck, and doing odds and ends jobs off Craigslist and then growing from there. But I think ultimately that's what allowed me to grow because I was making a lot of money in a pickup truck. So when I went and rented that first box truck, I already had money. I was making $500-600 a day out of something that I already own. So renting this box truck, I can charge higher and do less work, but and make more money when I was making in a pickup truck. Already with having tens of $1,000s saved up from working in the pickup truck, and then just compounding on top of that. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of
Yeah.
people don't want to do that for whatever reason. I don't know. I think the reason is because it's like a war against good versus evil. You got people saying, get in with a box truck, take the risk. Watch the content creator tell people to take a risk today, and you're taking that same risk from a smaller scale. You see what I'm saying?
And
Here's what a lot of people don't tell you. Let me get this thought out because this is something I wanted to say. I think it's a good time to say it. And other people I've heard probably other people say it, but it's true. Money is a tool. A lot of people don't know how to use money. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know how to use money. They spend money. They don't know how to use money. I look at money as a tool. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to go spend an egregious amount of money and on a risk that I don't know if it's going to work. Is there a cheaper entry point? Okay, yes, there's a cheaper entry point, right? It's down at a more beginner level, I guess, to say, where I'm going to invest. I'm coming in and I might not be able to make this much money, right? But I'm able to save the money, a large portion of the money, let's say 80-85% of the money that I already saved up, by coming in down here where I'm still making money, and I'm adding to that pot. And as I'm adding to that pot, I'm growing. And as I'm growing, that money is growing without me taking so much away from it to start up here. And a lot of people don't get that, because they want to start at the top, bro. So when I see people say, man, don't listen to these people, it's a risk, you're never going to get nowhere if you take that risk. People tell you that because it's not their money you're invested. You're invested. It's your money. So you got to be mindful of how you spend your money. You got to look at money as a tool. I'm going to use this tool to start at the very bottom. And then I'm going to work my way up while I'm compounding on top of the money that I already have. It's a tool. Use that tool to get to the top. You see what I'm saying? So I think if you came back into the space, right, with the money that you're making at FedEx, I don't know what your living expenses are. If you started at the bottom, knowing what you know, because you already been running for FedEx prior to you getting your box truck. So you can start with a laser ship route. Listen, to do FedEx and to do UPS, you got to be different to do that. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't do 200 stops a day, right? So if you can successfully do 200 stops a day with FedEx, knowing what you know, there's no reason for you to get into the box truck space. You know why? Because you're already successful doing that, working for someone else. You can start a successful cargo van business and blow up. It doesn't have to be a box truck business, because you're already doing that type of work. So you know it. You know how to get a multitude of stops done in a certain time frame. Well, a lot of people can't. So why tackle something that you don't know when you've already mastered something that you do know, and you can go to laser ship and build out a route, build on zip codes. Next thing you know, you're running 15, 20 vans. And you already have the blueprint on how to do it, because you've been doing it for a mega carrier on the small parcel side. The second biggest trucking company in the country, FedEx. So you got to think. There's no reason you should be starting a box truck business. You can master the cargo van business. You already know it. Why are you thinking about a box truck? Does that make sense?
Right now I'm more focused on basically what you're saying. That's what I'm,
What's that?
Starting small and trying to do the cargo van, and
that's what I'm saying.
What I like what I was listening is what I like is that what makes sense is the moving. The only thing with that I don't have experience with is like fridges with the straps on the back, stuff like that. You know what I mean? But
you don't have to do that.
That's
You don't have to move. You know why? Because I'm gonna repeat it again. You've been working for FedEx for years. A lot of people go work for Amazon DSP. You know why Amazon DSP has a high turnover rate? It's because a lot of people can't complete those 160 stops in a certain time frame. UPS guys, FedEx guys, y'all guys are different. I had a FedEx guy come work for me. His name was Hector. He came and worked for me to do the Office Depot route. I went through a bunch of guys doing Office Depot. They couldn't even get 50, 60 stops done in a certain amount of time. Hector would come do 50, 60 stops because he was used to doing 200 stops. He would come, pick up the truck at 6, drive an hour to Dynamic 7, load his truck up for an hour, go do his route. He'd be back at my yard at 11 a.m. And you got other guys doing 60 stops. They not coming back to the yard till 5, 6 in the evening. You know why? Because he was already accustomed to doing 200 stops a day, right? So when you look at these contracts with these van contracts and these guys can't do 50, 60 stops, you coming from FedEx, you'll see instant success. You can go bid on you a laser ship route. You can go do Office Depot T4s. I wouldn't even do it. I would try to go for a laser ship route, bid on one of them zip codes, start with a van, right? And grow a fleet over there because they promote scalability over there. You already have the blueprint. So you can train people how to optimize their route, right? To get a large amount of stops done in a short amount of time. You already had the skill set there that you don't have to go through so much of the learning curve that you have to go through with the box truck. Your calling, right? As far as a business owner, you've already been trained. You working at FedEx is the training for your calling. Your calling is the cargo van business, not the box truck business. Now you can listen to me, or you could go do what you want to do. But if you're doing FedEx, you know what I'm saying? I would, me personally, that's what I would go do. Because now all these other startup, it goes back to what I say with leverage, right? You're coming into a space already trained from the number 2 carrier, doing 200 stops. So now all these startup guys who Lasership has been promoting to come in, they have to learn what you already know. So now that's your competitive edge. You coming in the gate, blowing them out the water. Now you can lean and get to the routes that you need and you want, the best paying zip codes. Because you're using your competitive advantage already knowing the space and being able to get an abundance amount of stops done in a shorter period of time, and you blowing everybody else out the water that's never done this before. They just have the capital to invest in a few vans to get some laser ship routes. Then your name start ringing bells. Right, then you can start leaning. You can start leaning on people. But that's what you're working on now. I'm just giving you the blueprint, bro. I'm just giving you the blueprint. You see what I'm saying? So there you have it, bro. Hopefully you listen this time and it work out for you.
Thank you, Mark. What's up, Kirk?
All right, James. I'm here, man. I'm listening to you, man. But I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, cool.
All right, bro. All right. Paul Smith said box trucking is way bigger money. I can say yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. I guarantee you there's some fleet owners right now that are checking the bag with cargo vans on routes, and you got some guys that are running box trucks that ain't making what the cargo van guys is making in some lanes. And I can promise you that. I can promise you that. It's more money in a box truck, right? Doing specific work, but you're making more money in volume with a cargo van. It's easier to scale a cargo van business, and you make your money in volume, and it's more consistent. You're not dealing with the politics and the economical and the competition that you have to deal with, with a box truck. So yeah, right. If you do a stop in a box truck, it's going to be more money than doing a stop with a cargo van. But the thing with the cargo van is you make your money in volume. You make your money in volume. So,
all right, man.
All right. Anybody else? It's just all how you work it. If you know how to work it, you know how to work it. And I've said it. I've been promoting this, for the past month recently. If I were to re-enter into the space now to scale, if I were looking to invest into the space now to scale, 100% cargo van, 100% cargo van, 100%. I have 20 vans over at Lasership. I have vans at T-Force. I have vans wherever because it's easy to hire for them. It's small parcel. I'm going to make money in scale because I know how to make the money with the cargo van. You're going to make it at scale, right? So I'm going to take smaller amounts, right, and a larger scale and ultimately make more money and not have to worry about the load board, partials, seasonality, right, for final mile, for curbside final mile, and then for big and bulky final mile, the liability dealing with going into people's homes and this, that, and the third. I'm dealing with small packages, which the claims are minimal. And if there are claims, the price point on them are small because you're dealing with things like iPad cases and office supplies, things like that, that doesn't really affect the bottom line that much if you get hit with one. It's easy to hire for them because now you're opened up to a bigger cesspool of applicants because women can actually do this job. And actually, there's more women applying for these jobs than there are men, and they're willing to work because they're single mothers, things of that nature, and they need to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the final mile, as far as the small parcel, is that freight, it hasn't slowed down. It's not going to slow down because you're dealing with a lot of essentials, a lot of essential goods. So,
Right.
and it's easier work. It's just going straight to the curb, straight to the doorstop. You're not even interacting with a customer anymore. You're just dropping it and going. You're in, out, ma'am, thank you, ma'am. So,
Mm-hmm.
just my thoughts, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my
Yes.
thoughts. Yeah, so I that's the way I would go. Damn,
We
so
got
does
anybody
he
else?
mentor for Sprinter? Yeah, we coach. Well, I coach for Sprinter. I coach for
Okay.
cargo vans. That was right. That the information I just dropped right there was some gems for cargo vans. Hit the like button. What kind of 3PLs are good for women? Any 3PL that got something that a woman can do and lift. So anything that's small parcel. I would say anything that's small parcel. T-Force, Capstone, Watco. T-Force, Capstone, Watco. Laser ship, you got to pretty much bid out a route. So if you ain't got the capital to come in the door with a fleet, then that probably wouldn't be for you. Just wanted to say thanks for some of the advice you have given me. I ended up not pressing the cargo van box truck industry. Instead, got my TLC license and will be driving as a private chauffeur. Okay, that's what's up. I know I talked about the black car service
Mm-hmm.
a few months ago on a live stream with Rob. It was the one with Rob.
Good.
Yeah, you know what? The black car service, I don't know if you're doing black car service, but black car service is a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of money, especially if you're in a market where like a Chicago, Atlanta. If you're in a market that has a big convention center like Chicago, Atlanta. Chicago and Atlanta are the two biggest hubs for conventions. We got the two biggest convention centers. And we got the two busiest airports, right? So if you're in Chicago, Atlanta, black car service, you're gonna make depending on who you're contracting through, where you're independent owner operator, you can contract through a few different companies and then you can moonlight on the side doing black car service on one of the ride sharing apps. You know what I'm saying? So that's an easy 150 to 200,000 a year. Easy. And that's just driving, not lifting nothing. It's easy money. So, there's a lot of ways to make money in transportation. It doesn't necessarily have to be box trucking or cargo van. It's money, people making money in their car. I mean, T-Force has a guarantee route of $200 just to deliver StockX and Zara and American Eagle Outfitters and Abercrombie and Fitch. $200 guarantee. I have people working that, and it's a guarantee. Sometimes, man, I only had one stop. Still got the $200 guarantee.
Right.
So, there's opportunity. You guys just have to look into them. I give out as many of them, as I can, but I try to touch on other things. I don't want to be the channel like you see some of these guys on YouTube. All they do is go on Indeed, look to see what's a independent contractor opportunity, and they do it. Like, yeah, guys, check out this new freight. Freight. Yeah, guys, let's look at it. They show the website. These guys ain't never ran this stuff. They don't give you any information about how to maneuver in these different lanes. They just go on Indeed, see what's the new app, and they do a video about it. And people watch it and say, oh, you dropping gems and all this goofball stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be that guy. So I try to, coach people and tell people that if you're going to get a piece of equipment, I tell them how to make money with that equipment based off my experiences. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you took a look at the whole transportation spectrum and you decided what would work best for you. And if the chauffeur business, I think you're doing black car. If you had to get a license, that means you're doing private chauffeur. That means you're doing black car service. So if that is the lane that works best for you, I salute you. You know why? Because box truck and cargo van, it ain't for everybody. You got to see what makes best for you and your family. In your market, you may be in Chicago, you may be in Atlanta. It may be easier for you to make $200,000 in your market just doing black car service, taking dignitaries to and from the airport and to and from their hotel to the conference center. You know what I'm saying? Easy money. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I'm glad you made the right decision. And that's what I think, that this is an example for everybody. Take a look at the whole scope of the logistics industry. You don't necessarily have to do what people are preaching and promoting, because they're preaching and promoting this stuff so you can buy into whatever it is they selling, which from what I'm hearing, the shit that they sell it, after people buying it, they upset with it because it ain't providing you no value. You dig what I'm saying? So wanted to say thanks for all your content, as I feel will help me in this industry, which is just another sector of the transportation industry. Take care. Lauren, appreciate you. Appreciate you for tapping in. Interstate Shoe says curbside is where it's at. Hit them like buttons, y'all. Hit them like buttons. Anybody else want to come up? We probably do
Drop
one
the link,
more.
man. Drop the link. I think we
link
got
one more time.
Michael. Let me see.
Yeah, this was a good show. Another good idea, man. Man, these ideas are just coming to me, Kirk. Has anyone in the comments done a coaching session? Better get a cage put in the back of the cargo van. Yeah, I think it's a few people in done cargo session with Kirk. I think it's a few people in done cargo session with me. Is it possible to get a video tutorial on how to use moving equipment like shoulder straps, how to wrap, etc.? It might. You know what? I had a video last year. It wasn't a tutorial. I've had a few videos where you see me out on actual moves last year, like when I first started YouTube. They weren't great videos because it's kind of hard to, move and hold a camera. I bought one of them harnesses that strapped onto me, and I had the camera right here, but carrying stuff, the camera would always fall off. So I got some videos. They're not great because, it's hard moving. And when you're charging somebody $200 an hour, the last thing they want to see you do is come in and be like, hold on, I got to set this camera up. Hold on, I got to move this camera. But I do got some videos from last year where you see me out moving. As far as a video like what you're talking about, I've always wanted to do one. I would literally have to rent a place because I can't do it on a live move because customers just ain't finna G for it. You know what I'm saying? When they spend a lot of money. I would have to go somewhere to a studio that has like appliances, where I could go in and just shoot it. That's something I have thought about, but it's just hard to do that when a person's paying you $250, $300 an hour. You on the clock, so you got to hump. So I'll be doing black car service at NYC. Yep. Oh, you're gonna make a ton of money. A black car in NYC, for those that never taken a black car, but to take one in NYC, depending on you going, it's about $150. And that's on a short 20-minute trip. 30-minute trip, you're gonna spend about $150. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna make money in New York doing black car service. And UMC and the Outer Birds, and my cousin has been doing it for a long time, and I'm people person in general. Again, thanks for all you do. Good luck to you, bro. Appreciate you. Me and my brother are new authority, and we plan on renting a truck, but we are having trouble finding loads. Need help or advice? You're going to have to tap in with Kurt. If you running OTR, middle mile, tap in with Kurt. His email is, does Nick have your email? Hey, Nick got your email?
I think she got it, but I'll drop it in the chat. Let me drop it in the chat.
Drop it in the chat. Yeah, I actually did a live where I used other people's content showing you the right and wrong way on how to do it. I did that live probably 5 or 6 months ago, but it wasn't physically me. I have lives where I'm on the truck showing you what equipment to use, but you don't see me actually moving and stuff. You see me moving and stuff, but it's from a POV because I had like one of those harness things with the camera right here. So you see me like pushing the dolly and you see me carrying stuff, but it's from a POV shot. You know what I'm saying? It's just not good. It'd be different if I would have actually had a cameraman hired and then you can see me doing it, but it was POV. So, but you got to go back and look through some of that old content.
Right.
Yeah, the people dropping things. Yeah. He said he's scared they won't make any money. You might have to you might have to hit up Kurt. Have a consultation or coaching session with Kurt.
Hit me up, man. I'm good at getting the pharaoh to you.
Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Good show,
Ain't got
guys.
nobody
Appreciate
else?
it. Great show. Yeah, anybody else want to come up? I dropped the link. It's pinned to the top of the chat. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? We got 87 people in here. We got 105 likes. We got 1 dislike. So
Got
we
one
on, we on.
dislike.
Yeah, that dislike was the first 2 minutes. So that's just somebody who came in.
That's
just
your
to purposely
favorite top
dislike.
5 YouTuber, man. You know that. Your
Probably so.
top
I
5,
mean,
top 5 YouTuber, man.
hey man, here's the thing, man. I ain't got no issue with nobody unless they got an issue with me, man. You know, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bothering nobody, man. I'm peaceful, man. I'm peaceful, man. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
But it's
you
good,
got
man.
91.
If we ain't got nobody else, man, you know.
Yeah, Mark. What do I think about utilizing a Ford Transit XLT and the space for gig work and anything else smaller than a cargo van? I actually talked about that van a few months ago. If you're going to utilize it, you would only be able to utilize it in the gig space because a lot of the other space, the 3PL is going to want a cargo van, a full size cargo van. So if you get an XLT for about 7 or 8 grand, I think they go for 10 grand. I think you can run it up in the gig space and then grow from there. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not. Listen, I've seen more people make it from humble, and I'm a testament to that. I've seen more people make it from humble beginnings than I've seen people hit it big from starting at the top. And that's not a knock to anybody that started at the top, but it's a formula. And I gave it earlier. Now, there's some people that can start at the top because they may have the working capital. They may have flirted with the business, or they may have a Kirk or a Mark as a best friend that can guide them along the way, right? But if you're not working with a lot of working capital, you don't know the business per se, then it's best to start from humble beginnings. All right. And if you use that formula, you start from humble beginnings, you build your money up, right? And as you build your money up, you continue to grow. So you go from that Ford XLT to you go get you a T150 or a T250, right? But you got a certain amount of money that you've already made and been socking away, right? While you in that van. Now you got something you could trade in to step up to that. You still got a good amount of money because you didn't pull from money that you saved to jump in the deep end. You've been building your capital and growing while you're building your capital. So as you grow, your capital continues to grow. You don't jump in here and suck away from your capital. Now your capital is down here, but you're up here trying to run at an advanced level. You start here. You build your capital. You keep building your capital. You keep building your capital. You start growing. Your capital is going to build as you grow. As you grow, your capital keeps going up and up and up. And that's the humble beginnings blueprint. That's how I started. I don't know, and I say this all the time. I'm being completely honest. I don't know what it's like to start at the top because I couldn't. I had to work with my OG told me, she said, Mark, if I invest into the business and the business don't work, who you gonna have to come pull you back up? She said, at least if you figure out a way to build it up and it don't work, you know, you could always, you know, you ain't gonna go without shelter. You see what I'm saying? She didn't give me a dime. She told me you gonna have to figure it out. And that's kind of what I was talking about with E-Dub the other day as far as that 1% mentality, and I said we're poor. It doesn't mean we're poor. It means we're poor, meaning the 1%, they have generational wealth. And this is a great example. When someone from the younger generation said for a 1% family, they go out and they invest a large lump sum of money, right, that was given to them anyway, and they fail, they have generations and generations of wealth that they're gonna pull them back up immediately. It doesn't really matter. So for my OG to be like, I can't invest, I can't take that risk, because if I invest into you and it doesn't work, now we both don't have nothing. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't have generational wealth. But if you find a way to build this business or try to build it and it doesn't work, at least you know you can have a roof over your head. I'm gonna feed you until you figure something else out.
Right.
That's what we, as not the 1%, that's the blueprint we have to go off on. I'm not gonna put my house I'm not doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I take risks. I take a lot of calculated risks, but you never know what may happen later on down the line. I may lose everything. Who knows? But at least I know I'm gonna have a place to come lay my head and strategize on how to get it all the way back up again. You know, right. I invest from a poor mentality because I'm poor. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy we were showing earlier, going back and forth, he's poor. He just don't know it. He thinks he's rich. He's not rich. He's poor.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if you're not the 1%, you're poor. I may be rich, but I'm poor. You know why? Because I'm not wealthy.
Right.
And to the wealthy, I'm poor. Even though to some, I may be rich. Does that make sense? Or did that go over your head?
No, that makes sense.
You see what I'm saying? So me, I always keep in mind that I'm poor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm poor. You know, because I don't never want to get into that mindset where, you know, I got the capital. Let's just start here. I got a buddy. He opened up he ain't a buddy of mine no more. He opened up a fish market. And we kept telling him, nah, man, you ain't got to he wanted to put these big tanks in there so people could see the fish swimming live. So he had these 4 big tanks constructed, and like the people are going to be, he wanted to create an experience-based fish market in the hood. And I'm like, bro, you in the hood, ain't nobody finna be caring about watching the fish swim, and you go catch the fish and then you butcher it up for them and you clean it and you gut it. Man, you in the hood, bro. Don't nobody care about that. That's too much money wasted. They finna come in here with the EBT. They gonna say, let me get a pound of catfish. Let me get a pound of perch. You dig what I'm saying? They not finna be here for that. So he did it anyway. Spent all that money building out these big old tanks. This, that, and the third. And guess what? About 4 months later, he had to hire a crew come in and deconstruct the tanks. The tanks was built and made out of concrete. Why? Because it was taking up too much space. I told him, and I don't even run a store. I said, the space that these tanks is taking up, this could be retail space. All right. You got the fish market, you got the restaurant in here. Now, all this space could be retail. This is where you sell your cornmeal. You have you sell your flour. You can sell your napkins and your spoon. You can make 3 aisles right here selling groceries.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. He wanted to put the big old tanks. Guess what? People came in and didn't even care about them tanks. They came in with their EBT. Let me get a pound of cat. Let me get a pound of perch. Let me get a pound of tilapia. Hey, man, can you cook this? Fry it hard for me. Let me get a pound of wings. And you know what? How much extra for you to cook it? Man, they didn't care about that fish. 3-4 months later, all that wasted space, he wasn't making money. All this floor space he had to pay a company to come in and tear up all those tanks. And sure enough, he built retail aisles in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
He started here.
Right.
It was a good idea, but it was too much for that market. He should have started at the bottom. Then you in the hood.
Right. Yep.
So, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. So
I think Axel wanted to come up, man.
I didn't even Axel in here?
Yeah, man. Axel wanted
What
to come up.
man, the link is pinned to the top of the chat, man. I'm gonna give it let me set a
Say he's
timer, bro.
smoking cigar.
All right, well he got it. I'm gonna set a timer. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes for somebody to come up. If not, then I'm gonna set a timer for give it 5 minutes.
Yeah, but it's been a great live, man. You know, a lot of people get to what they would say, get stuff off their chest.
Sasha said, poor people look at people who look just like them, think they have money and they don't. Let me see, J&J's Fish. No, it ain't J&J's Fish. It's a single restaurant, not J&J's.
Axel says he's
Uh,
uploading a video.
let me see. If he was rich, he would have had a top name contract to fix that ceiling that fell on his tenant. He talk about E-Dub.
Yeah, EW.
Let me see. What happened to E-Double starting to think that E stands for evade or evasive? I think Kirk said, I didn't see it. Kirk said he's put something in the chat earlier that he was with his mom, so he ain't coming
he's
up.
with his mom.
Somebody
Yeah.
want a coupon code for you, Kirk, for your mentorship or your code. Oh no, this is Jay. He wanted for me. Mark, throw me a coupon code for that hour. So I don't do discounts. I only do discounts one time a year. And I guess I can say it now because it'll be next month. So Cyber Monday, I'm going to do a 50% off discount on everything on my website. So coaching calls and courses. I did it last year on Cyber Monday. I'm going to do it this year on Cyber Monday. That's going to be the only day you're going to see a sale for me because I'm not going to be like these guys that was charging $20,000 and then they charging $20 now. Because see, they depend on this because they hustling.
Right.
I know what I'm worth. You know what I'm saying? And I don't push no. I think I give a lot of value. There's a lot of people that have never booked a coaching session with me, and they come on like, man, I learned a lot just from your content because I pretty much give it to you in the content, and I actively promote. Like, look, don't come to me for Googleable stuff. Like, I'm probably one of the only people that say, don't come to me. Don't come to me for nothing Googleable. All right, come to me only for strategy.
Yeah.
Strategy. If you're running your business and you can't figure it out, you need a strategy to turn it around, to pinpoint what's going wrong, then come to me. If you're doing good and you like, look, Mark, I'm trying to go to the next level. Am I ready to scale? Do you think I'm ready to scale? All right, boom. How can I go to the next level? Strategy. Right. If it's Googleable, hey, Mark, so which route? Like, people come to me, they ask me which way. Like, I had another argument with a guy. This guy says, what you think about Hot Shot? You think I should go Hot Shot? I said, I don't know. Well, man, that's why I came to you. I said, man, you watch the channel, right? He said, yeah. I said, what video do I have talking about Hot Shot? He said, but what that got to do with it? I said, it has a lot to do with it. I don't talk about it. I don't know Hot Shot. I know the fundamentals, the basics of it, but I'm not finna sit here and talk to you about Hot Shot because I never done it. But you do trucking. So if a person comes to you for coaching session, you should be able to coach them in anything trucking. I said, no, I shouldn't. You coming to me and you want me, I'm not a fugaga. I'm not fugazi. I'm not finna sit up here and talk to you about something I don't do or never done. You don't see any Hot Shot shit on my thing. Bro, we got into a full-blown argument where I told dude, like, look, dude, like, I don't know what you want from me. Final mile, moving, strategy. Like, if it ain't got nothing to do with that, bro, like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. You want to sit up here and talk about Hot Shots, bro. Go find a guy that does Hot Shots.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, but yeah, getting back to what I was saying. Cyber Monday, I'm doing 50% off everything. Cyber Monday. So Kirk said, yeah, okay, I ain't doing shit. I ain't giving y'all nothing 50% off. My website going to say.
No, you know, I never.
It's
not that. It's just that like you said that, you know, it's not that, you know, I do give stuff away. I just give it away for free. a lot of people, you can tell that they're doing it for the money because of the price, the drop of the price. You get what I'm saying?
Man,
I just is either just charge you or just do it for free. You get what I'm saying?
the
So
drop of the price and they spending a lot more money on ads.
yeah, right.
You see ads popping up. Kirk's
So
website is hold on, I know Kirk's website. What is your website? On what's your website, Kirk? Oh, I got it.
you got it.
I'll drop it in the chat.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
man. And we
see.
appreciate everybody for coming on tonight, man.
Yeah.
I'm getting out here this weekend so I can running up and down on the interstate, man.
Paul Smith said, "What's the requirements to get started?" What lane you talking about, Paul? What lane is he talking about? He said, "Thanks for the poll people." Yeah, so for the poll people, Cyber Monday is your day. 24 hours. It starts at midnight. Cyber Monday, 50% off. That's the one day I give back. So I know I'm gonna book a lot of coaching sessions at
hmm
50% off, which is fine. I challenge you, Kirk, to do the same thing.
And I'm trying to beg some of y'all subscribers some money.
Oh
I'm running
man.
out of money right
Oh
now, man.
man. Oh
I'm low on
man.
cash. I
Oh
gotta go to
man.
Jamaica December. I should ask you guys to
You
sponsor
going to
me.
Jamaica in December?
Yeah, man, we gotta go to Jamaica, man.
I was thinking about going in December too.
You know what I mean? I should put up. So you think we should ask for money like to go on vacation, man? Because these
Hell
guys, man,
no.
we
Hell
gotta
no.
extort these guys, man. These guys come over here every night. They get free stuff. Always
Extort what
watching for
guys?
hours and hours, driving
No.
all over the interstate. They're making a lot of money watching us. Ain't giving us anything, man. We should put up a link where they just start. We should start extort these guys to watch us, man.
Nah,
We should
man.
do like the
It's
Chinese
all
guys. They got these little thing where you click, and then you gotta put like you can buy hours. You get what I'm saying? So you can buy like say you buy like 30 minutes, and then when your 30
uh-oh.
minutes run out, then you buy another 30 minutes.
There go your girl.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You should do that, man.
You
What is that?
Hey,
Nick
hey,
Nick.
can y'all hear me?
Good night. Good
Yeah, we
night.
can
Who
hear
is
you.
this?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear
Yeah, we
you.
can't hear you.
Hi, this is Nick. I just wanted to let everybody know that everybody is doing a fantastic job. Mark and Kurt, you guys are absolutely explicit on teaching on every
Thank you.
subject in the trucking lane. And I'm
Mhm.
so glad that you guys are working together. And like everybody said, you guys are, the one of the realest ones that we have on YouTube. And Mark, I want to appreciate that you having me as a moderator. I'm sorry if you guys can't see me. I'm driving.
No, I want to know how you did that because every time I try to go on Kirk Live using Ecamm, when I don't want to show myself, it won't let me
I
do
don't
it.
know. I don't know how.
Cause woman
I
good
just
with
keep pushing
phones, man.
buttons. Now I'm just hitting buttons. I can't hardly see
uh,
because
Woman,
it's dark out.
woman good
It's
with
dark
phones.
out
I
here.
never can do that either.
me neither. I don't know how she did that. I got to figure that out.
Yeah, she's a woman.
I don't
That's
know.
why.
Cause one
I
time
don't
you
know
wanted
what
me
I
to go
did over
live
here.
with you, and I was in the bathroom, and I would have went live on the audio, but I had to wait because I didn't want to see me in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, now we appreciate you. Now I
We
appreciate you.
appreciate you, Nick.
Uh, moderating. I
You gotta show us
appreciate you.
how to not be seen.
I don't know what I did.
Probably one of those women that watch her husband.
Oh, really? Oh,
Sound
and
like she out on the road.
yeah, I'm on the road. I'm on the road driving. But
Uh-huh.
those who wanted to talk about hot shot trucking, let me tell you something. That lane right there is something different. That's what I do. Hot shot.
Mm-hmm.
This is no joke. You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be doing a lot of physical work. This is not a lazy lane. You got to be very active when you're in this part of the lane. And I'm a female, and I'm in this
part of the lane.
Right.
You have to stop every so many miles to check your securement for, safety. Even in the middle of the dark, I just had to pull over a minute ago while you guys were still living to check
Hmm.
my security in the middle of the dark. I'm on top of the trailer, still checking everything, jumping on and off on top of the trailer.
Yeah,
Mm.
that hot shot is similar to flatbed semi. You have to strap the load down and all that stuff, right? Tarps and
Yeah.
all that,
Right.
right?
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
can't.
Absolutely.
I couldn't do that.
And I can give you guys some stories because Kirk already know.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. That's not my lane, man.
Yeah,
I
so
couldn't. I
But
couldn't do that.
that hot shot. Yeah,
It's too
that's
much physical. And then the sun, like if it's 100 degrees in the sun, you gotta be out there strapping loads, and man,
oh
that's too
yeah,
much. And
oh
then the
yeah,
winter
I'm
time,
I'm
Mark, when the winter time and it's like zero, -3, you gotta be out there.
hmm
Can't do that stuff, man. Not me, man. Not
yeah,
me.
cause I'm high yellow and now I'm paper brown now. I definitely got a tan.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question because I know they say DOT officers stop hotshot a lot. Is that true? Cause it's
Absolutely, we are the hottest targets out here. We have a lot of guys that kind of ruined it. That's out here. That's doing a lot of illegal things, and so they
Mhm.
targeting all flatbeds and hot shotters out here. We like the number one.
What they're checking when they stop you guys? Like, what are they looking for? Like, what are some of the main
They
thing they
checking
look for?
tire. They checking tire pressure, signals, your loads, your straps, making sure they're not torn. Your chains, making sure, so many feet that you have your load strap. It doesn't matter if you strapping, but they at least want you to follow the guidelines and the policy and procedure of their book. Me, I always go overboard because I always, think about safety first. I tell people you never can use too many chains or straps.
Mhm.
I would rather have a lot than less.
mm.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
They check in the numbers on your truck, your paperwork, your compliance folder. They check in your cab card to make sure that when you carry certain weight as a CDL driver that you allowed to drive through certain states. A lot of people, be having a CDL license and most of their cab car they coming through with 30 or 40,000 pounds. Well, you can't do that. The only state that you can allow to have is the state of Kentucky if you live there because that's their rules if you're living there. But when you're in other states, you need to make sure that your pounds is where it meets the standard of criteria.
Right.
Mm. Yeah, I know that's a tough lane. It's a tough lane, but you don't see that many influencers in that lane. Well, I have, I don't. It's not in my algorithm because I don't look
Yeah,
at
you
them. I
don't
know
watch
it's a
it.
few, right? But you don't hear that much about that.
Intro
Like,
might do it, but I don't know if he does it
I don't
anymore.
know if Intro Mike is still out here, man. I know that
Yeah.
guy Chris TV. He was one of those big influencers that left everybody hanging during the pandemic. I know he was doing it before he switched out his
Chris
Yeah,
TV went back to fire
guns.
bullets.
Yeah,
Firing bullets with pretty
guns.
yeah,
girls. He's firing
yeah.
bullets with pretty girls and driving around in nice cars.
Yep. He
Yeah,
Hmm.
left him.
that's what
He left him hanging.
that's all I want to do it, but unfortunately I can't.
But I don't see anything wrong with the hot shots. I think it be stressful times and then it be fun times. I look at the fun times because you're staying active. You're not just
Uh-huh.
sitting all day in the truck. And like I said, a lot of people are eating unhealthy and they wondering why they having health issues. So if you want to stay active and up to part, I
Mhm.
said,
Hmm.
why not get in this lane? Because you're constantly moving. You're constantly burning calories.
Mm. What type of truck you got?
I have
Uh,
a Dodge Dually 3500
mm,
with a 40 feet trailer. I pull a heavy haul most of the times where I require permits, going through certain states, you have to learn a lot about that. A lot of people just pay people. Me, I like to learn and do it myself and save money.
mm-hmm, mm. Right. You sleep in your truck or no?
Most of the times, yes, and then if I have a 34-hour reset, I'll go ahead and get a room.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this, because we rarely have women come up. So, with you being a woman trucker and you sleep in your truck, like, what do you like? How did like do you map out where you're going, and like how do you pick the truck stops to stop at, and like how do you secure your truck, and what is like your safety protocols while you out there on the road?
Well, this is one of the because I had two episodes just recently that happened to me, but this is what I have learned from Kirk, by him talking to me. And
Mm-hmm.
this is one of my mistakes. I wasn't mapping out as I was going, I was just driving.
Mm-hmm.
But now since he went over everything with me, just recently I started to get better with it. I'm still learning as I go,
Mm-hmm.
but it can be kind of tough out here.
So
At
how
times
do you
as a woman.
how do you sleep? You just lock the truck up and crawl into the back seat? You got your little dog with you or
Oh yeah,
something? Like,
no, I left my baby at the house. I don't want nobody messing with her. No, I locked the door and then I crawl in the back. A lot of the hot shotters will pull the back seat out and make a bed and actually put a bed. I haven't yet to do that because I'm not
mm-hmm.
a handy person, and I haven't found a guy that they can, build me a bed, back there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But to me, I'm short, so it doesn't bother me because it actually feel like a couch in the back to me. So I'd be knocked out.
Mm. Okay. And then you use the showers at the truck stops, and unless you got a hotel room, then right?
Absolutely, yes, yes. And then I talk a lot, so I could just walk up to a stranger and hold conversation. So Kurt's like, you need to stop that.
But you mindful of where you pull into and stuff like that, right? You know, you aware of your surroundings and stuff, right?
Yeah, most of the time. Now, when I'm tired, I'm not gonna, sit here and lie. No, I don't. Sometimes I do, but I know I need to be better at that. Especially when I'm tired, I really don't pay
Mm-hmm.
attention. But when I'm not tired, I'm very alert. I'm
Okay.
very, I'm very alert because I just had an incident happen to me in Colorado. I had two Mexicans um was getting ready to bust my windows out the truck and rob my stuff out the truck, and they didn't see me in the back.
Mm-hmm. So what you do?
I fought.
Oh, you physically fought them?
Uh-huh. I even took a picture of them.
Wait.
I
Hold
sent
on,
it to
hold on, hold
Kirk.
on, hold on.
I called the police.
Wait. So you sleep in the back seat, and they tapping at your window, your front windows, trying to break it out?
Well, see, I got out the truck earlier. I got out the truck to stretch and do my personal hygienes. But then I had a phone call, so I got back in the truck and I started running my mouth. And I was laying down in the back seat, listening to the conversation, And then I heard two guys on the outside that said, "Look at that truck. Oh, look at that computers. She got computers and stuff in there." And the guy was getting ready to bust the windows, and the other guy said, "No, don't hit it. The door unlocked." They opened the door and started snatching my stuff out, so I immediately jumped out, and we just went from there.
Oh God, man. So, ah, what? You want to tell the story? You want or no? Did you get your stuff, or did they take it,
Oh,
or how did it
oh
end?
yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. I got my stuff back. I most definitely got my stuff back.
They swung on you like they tried to hit you.
Oh yeah, they swung. I had one jumped on my back. I flipped him over while I kicked the other one in his corridor. Oh yeah,
There was
they
there was
don't
some there
care.
they was some cluckers.
Yeah, they was two two younger Mexicans.
So were you at like a truck stop?
No, actually, I was in a neighborhood because I was at
Uh,
that time I had a team driver that was with me, and his brother
mhm,
was living there, and
mhm.
he wanted to stop by and visit, and they was in the house, and they wanted me to come sleep in the house, but my mind and my body kept saying, nah, I didn't want to sleep in their house. For one, I really didn't know them. That was my first time meeting them. But then I followed my instinct. I just wanted to sleep in the truck because that's what I'm accustomed to. So I slept in the truck.
Mhm.
Darren B said, "Mark, she needs your menu." Yeah, man. We had to get a menu offline, man. The menu
You're gonna
offline.
have to give her the menu.
Right, right. We got to give it a menu. You remember their faces, right? You know their faces, right?
She got
Oh
pictures.
yeah, I took a picture of them. The
Okay.
police
Okay.
was, yeah. I showed gave the police. They caught them. They got them.
Oh, they got him.
Oh yeah, they got them. I hurried up and after I bought slammed them, I ran back to the truck and slid and got my camera and I did like a quick reflex. I started taking pictures, snapping them while they
I
was
got
taking off running. They got tired of fighting me.
I got some advice for you. You gotta well, I wouldn't say get a thumper because you traveling through different states, and I know Tennessee is a concealed state, right? Y'all got a concealed law down there, right? Is it concealed or is it open?
Hmm.
Which one?
I think
Is it
it's
concealed?
concealed.
Right. So I don't know which states uh recognize Tennessee's license. Uh so I wouldn't recommend traveling with a gun unless you know the states that you're going through and knowing if they recognize your state's gun license. But you watch Charleston White? You
No.
know who Charleston White is? Okay. He's the king of like weapons. You need to get you some mace. You need to get you a pig poker, some mace. You need to get you some one of them sticks where it's about this long, and then when you swing it, it get real long. And you need to get you a little pocket knife.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to keep all that stuff with you, especially that mace. You need to get that tactical mace. And you need to
Right.
spray it right in their face. And while you spray in their face and they covering their eyes, then you need to come right along with that I would say the pig poker, but come right along with that stick and go
Mm-hmm.
upside their head while they blinded and choking on that mace. Yeah, I would
Mm-hmm.
definitely get you some mace. Get you some mace and just be more mindful of your surroundings. They probably saw you getting in and out that truck. That's
Get
probably
it
what it
off of
was.
Amazon.
Yeah, get it off Amazon. Yeah.
Hey, Nick, you still there?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so when you gonna give your
Can you
testimony
hear
on
me?
Mark channel?
And I'm gonna give my testimony.
Nah,
It'll
man,
be
I don't
coming
know if
soon.
man, I feel bad. Like a woman, man. If I gotta hold a woman accountable, man,
No,
that's the one. That's the one. They might not like that one, man. That might be the one where they cancel me, Kurt. They might
Oh
cancel me.
man,
They
you gonna go?
might they
You
might cancel
they
me on that one,
oh,
hey
man.
oh,
Mark,
you know you can't talk to a woman
hey
like when
Mark,
you talk to the guys, right? You really
Yeah.
gotta double down.
Oh man, Mark, you a
Why
hey
Mark.
so
Mark.
harsh?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
dirty.
Let let me tell you something. I'm a big girl. I got my big girl panties on. I can handle it. I can take accountability for everything.
Okay. Well,
All
I'm pretty
right.
sure you know your numbers. A lot of people they just don't know their numbers. You know your numbers, right?
Oh yeah, I do everything. I run the
Okay.
office, the truck. I do everything. All type of my filing, my paperwork, my IFTAs, doing my taxes. I do everything myself. That's why I find it hard when people say, "Well, I can't do both." No, you can do what you put your mind to. Stop saying what you can't do and do it.
Somebody told you that you
Just
can't
do it.
drive the truck and handle your books at the same time?
A lot of people out there pay other people to do that.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but if you're a single owner operator, I think
Mhm.
you should be able to um, keep a track of this. I remember when I first started, I used composition notebooks and I wrote everything down. Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah. Whenever you ready, whenever you ready, let me know.
Whenever you ready.
We'll schedule you.
Schedule with Mark before
Okay.
first season get out of here.
All
All
right.
right.
Awesome. Well,
All right.
thank you guys for letting me come up. I'm trying to figure out how to log out of here.
I end it for you.
It's
I'll
not
just
logging
click it
out.
for you. Yeah, I'll
We'll
click
click
it
it
for you.
out for you.
Okay.
All right. Be safe out there.
Okay. Thank you.
All
Be
right. Bye.
safe.
Thank you.
All right.
All
So
right,
that was
man.
Nick. All right, y'all. Another good episode tomorrow night. I ain't never told people who coming up. I guess I'll tell them tonight. Tomorrow night, Big Zoe is up. Big Zoe is up for his testimony. So make sure y'all here tomorrow night. Oh, there you go. Big Zoe.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the comment section for Big
There
Zoe.
you
I'm gonna
go.
dog him out. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna clown him out. I'm gonna get at him.
Nah,
Yeah,
Big
man. I'm
Zoe,
gonna trash him out.
Big Zoe good. Big Zoe ain't gonna let me down.
I'm a old Big Zoe accountable. I'm gonna get at him with his cargo van. He better come with some good argument tomorrow. So we're gonna find him in North Carolina, man.
Big Zoe will be for his testimony tomorrow. Hey, Big Zoe, I'm gonna send you the link and everything tomorrow morning, and then I'll send you the thumbnail tomorrow morning too.
Big Zoe is the only guy. Big Zoe is the only guy that always support me, man. When everybody's always going at me, Big Zoe is always there for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna get Big Zoe. I think Big Zoe gonna be a good one, man. Big Zoe gonna be a good one, man.
I like Big Zoe.
Gonna be a good one.
I like him. He got the passion and the drive. You know what I mean? You know who I don't see anymore, Mark? I forgot to tell you, man. I don't even see him coming to live no more.
Who that?
Remember that young guy that came one time when we did the he always come. I don't know if we did something and he came up. He has a box truck. He did a video where we're sitting down in a box truck. He's a young guy.
You talking about Ray?
Ray. Yeah, we don't see Ray no more.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Yeah,
him.
we don't see Ray no more.
I hope he's still out there.
Yeah. What was his channel name again?
OTR Ray. I just pulled it up.
OTR Ray. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, my last local load. Damn.
Yeah, that was months ago.
Damn. Hold on. Let me pull this up.
And Intro Mike video was why I'm done driving. So his last video was he said why I'm done driving my and then it says what next. So that was 4 months ago.
Yeah, I don't know if this was his last load.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think after this load right here, I'm gonna stick with like the long runs, because for one, you get paid more. So if it is something that's going on or some kind of complication that you have, at least you're paid, you know what I'm saying, at least $1,000.
You was in London, Kirk, when he did this video.
It
So this
really
was
don't be that
damn near
big of
2
a
months
deal.
ago.
You know what I'm saying? I don't mind waiting an hour or two. And it seemed like the brokers and the receivers and the shippers be a little more organized.
August 14th.
When I'm going on those longer runs.
Yeah, but he used to be in the live.
The broker said that he'd call me back. The broker said that he'd call me back to keep me in a loop for
Yeah, he's saying that's gonna be his last local load. So I don't know. He may be out here just running over the road, but I think if he was still out here running over the road, he'd be tapped in.
He'd be tapping in, right?
He'd be tapped in. So
I remember him when I just remember Big Zoe, because those are probably the two youngest guy that always be in the chat that I think we talked to. I think he was on a live one time, right?
Yeah, somebody messaged him about a month ago. He responded and said, I got some content coming. My schedule changed and I have a lot going on, so I haven't had a lot of time to edit and upload.
Okay.
So, yeah, he probably...
I hope he's good, man. Hope he's good. And Entro Mike last video was 4 months ago. He said that he's done driving. What next? That was his last live, so...
Damn.
I don't know, man.
Damn, man. Yeah, man. Hey, Mark, do you do live coaching sessions? When I'm ready, I want to come back. Yeah, for you, I'll do a live coaching session for you, since I use you as my test subject, and I feel kind of bad. So whenever you're ready, I'll do the first ever live coaching session.
Right.
You will be my test subject for that. So yeah, let me know when you're ready. All right. So man, first episode of
So
the
Big
Drop the
Zoe
Link
tomorrow.
podcast. Yeah, Big Zoe will be here tomorrow.
He's better come with his
and-
number. I'm gonna definitely be here. I'm gonna be home too, so I'm gonna be right around this computer.
All right. So I don't know when we're gonna do this episode again, but whenever we come back for episode 2 is when we come back. Make sure you got your notifications on, so you know. Other than that, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.
Peace out, man. Peace out.